11, his former club, get a lot of these goals. I'm trying to see, how that will pan out. For me, the one, maybe not curious change, I think, from the Liverpool side is seeing Gomez a right back.
For Trent.
For all of the accolades and all of the plaudits that Alexander Trent-Arnold actually gets, I think he's a poor defender, which is supposed to be his first job, right back, actually to defend. But to a large extent, going forward and making those crosses and getting those 14 assists last season sort of masked his defensive deficiencies, and to a large extent against Norwich on Friday last week, it was brutally exposed, and this is something, is a hallmark we saw almost all through last season. But like I said, going further forward and getting those assists, 14 in total in the Premier League last season, sort of covered that deficiency. But one way or the other, you can only hide that. Maybe his young age, came to the fore. Maybe with time he will get to sort that out. But the manager decided today to go for someone who is naturally a defender. That's talking about Joe Gomez, even though we know he's a centre back. But he will not offer much going forward. Maybe that's why the manager has also decided to go with the former Arsenal man, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, from that position to add more width, to what Gomez would probably not give to him. Thinking that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain would get that. So let's just see how that defensive shake-up, will pan out for Liverpool today.
Oh, it's not too early to get your predictions, Steve. See, 4 minutes played. It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. At least one thing is certain. That goal scored by Radamel Falcao. I beg your pardon, the former Chelsea player Diego Costa in 2018 will stay as the fastest goal in the Super Cup history, coming after 50 seconds. 5 minutes played. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0, Tipsy.
Talking about predictions, I'd love to say Chelsea will definitely need this cup more than Liverpool would. I mean, Liverpool almost don't have anything to prove. Chelsea, this would more likely than not be realistically the only cup that they would think they can win this season. So I'd expect them to go more for it than Liverpool would in this particular fixture. And the referee, Frappat, the lady in the middle, she's already making the hard calls already. We saw her give a handball, of course, and she's not going to be bullied by anybody because a glaring handball from Virgil van Dijk, and he was still trying to claim like there was nothing wrong. She's not going to be bullied by anybody. Azpilicueta also was trying to get in her face. She's going to be very stern in this one.
She has to be.
And I cannot wait to see how she eventually performs as Liverpool have a corner.
Well, it's a corner taken by Mo Salah. It's not going to be quite troubling for them. A reminder again, Liverpool all red, playing from left to right. Chelsea all blue, attacking from right to left. Easy header from Joe Matip.
The interesting thing about this Chelsea selection is in the commentary between Chelsea and Manchester United, the former Man U boss and Chelsea boss Jose Mourinho, he was actually a pundit on Sky in that game.
Oh, he got signed for the new season. So.
Yes, and he had a thing or two to say about Frank Lampard's squad. Lampard was not too happy with what Jose Mourinho said, particularly about Mason. But the interesting flip side of it is he's actually taken the advice and actually gone for the more experienced hands rather than his youngsters. It now remains to be seen whether in the English Premier League he'll return to his younger side. But he's taking the advice in this one and started a more experienced side in this game. And I just hope that they can keep up with Liverpool's pace.
Well, we're officially live on social media platforms that I can confirm. Facebook, Nigeria Space Info 993, Tipsy with the Arsenal attire. Well, not much can be said about the Arsenal team tonight. Ufo Mike Bamana always repping the Nigerian national team. As Bolan Buchi mentioned, the lineup or the squad list actually for that friendly game between Nigeria Super Eagles and their opposition is out. We've got a new goalkeeper in town. I'll tell you just about that within seconds, even as Liverpool try to make hay while the sun no longer shines. The Ox himself, N'Golo Kante, dispossessing the Liverpool midfield, eventually fired in support, and Kovacic goes to the far left hand side to find Christian Pulisic. They'll take their time, Chelsea. Didn't start the campaign high. European champions Liverpool was pretty much contrasting for the two teams. For Liverpool, they got their Premier League campaign off to an impressive start. They raced into a 4-0 lead against Norwich before half-time. In contrast, Europa League winners Chelsea got pummeled, just like Ufuma mentioned. And some will still argue that they were the best team at Old Trafford on the night.
They were the better
They're
team.
considered 4-0.
Yeah, that's the truth. You have to be clinical when you're playing, and regardless of how many times you strike the bar. In fact, the funny thing is, striking the bar does not even count as a shot on target. So Manchester United were clinical, and Chelsea paid for it. So they will need to slow down with their start in this one, because they started like a house on fire in that game, and Manchester United just quenched their fire. So they need to cool down, knowing that this game can actually even go to 120 minutes.
Already getting comments on Facebook. Liverpool all the way. Chelsea fans are also joining in the conversation. As Tipsy has mentioned, the official for this game, it's a special night, not only for the two teams vying for the Super Cup, and also for the French official who became a referee in 1997. She is Stephanie Frappart. She's gone into the history books as the first woman to officiate in a major European final for men. And she's a top official. Took charge of the Women's World Cup final between Holland and the United States. You know the story. It was all about Megan Rapinoe out there in France. Well, seemed to be a situation, free kick to Liverpool, given by Frappart. It's far off the penalty area. It's on the right hand side. Got two players standing over it. The short one by Milner finds Mo Salah, who tries to send one into the penalty area. Virgil van Dijk, quite towering, eventually falls kindly to his Liverpool teammate on the far left hand side. This time around, Fabinho with the number 3 shots. That looked pretty much like a pass to Kepa. He's going to have more fire if he wants to be the goalkeeper with sort of quality assumed Kepa possesses.
You should be thinking at that point in time that Fabinho will be pulling across into the box. He was actually in the box, by the way.
He was.
But
yes.
of course, put that ball a lot more in the danger area where you have Liverpool and Chelsea players. A Chelsea player can as well, turn it into an own goal, or a Liverpool player getting it, even as Mohamed Salah dances into the area and has his shot blocked. But I don't know. He maybe because it was his weaker left foot, I'm particularly not certain what it was. It was a pass, so to speak, to the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, who just held that one nicely.
Liverpool were the last English team to triumph for the Super Cup. That came in 2005. Since then, Premier League clubs have been beaten on their 4 subsequent appearances, including Chelsea's defeat in 2012 and 2013.
That was a rape, actually.
Defeat, if you want.
A rape.
Don't say that.
In quotes.
In quotes, they say so.
Atletico Madrid totally. Of course, I'm using that as a football term.
Oh, football term, yes.
I hope I didn't get any wrong interpretation through that.
I got
but
it.
It was a total. It was what's his name again?
It was worse than the.
What's the striker? That was the Atletico Madrid striker who totally.
It wasn't Mario.
It was Radamel Falcao.
Yeah.
Absolutely demolished Chelsea that
Tigre.
night.
He scored 4 goals, didn't he?
Well, he got a hat-trick.
He got a hat-trick.
Okay.
Yeah. We ended 4-1.
Yes, he did.
Total
I thought he scored 4
That was in
goals.
2012, Atletico Chelsea.
Yeah.
He got a hat-trick in that game. Well, he alongside Terry McDermott, who played for Liverpool in 77, are the only players to have scored 3 times in one UEFA Super Cup. McDermott's hat-trick was the quicker. He registered that in a 17-minute spell either side of the interval. But not many people tuned into the broadcast except Liverpool diehards will remember Terry. But everyone certainly remembers El Tigre. Radamel Falcao. Chelsea's draw on the far right hand side. Cesar. And he was on the bench in 2013. He's leading the Chelsea team tonight, hoping for what would be a Kickstarter to potentially a successful managerial reign for Frank. Great turn there from Pulisic on the far left hand side. Well, he's caught out by Mo Salah. Quite impressive to see him go all the way back to support the defence.
Doing some defensive duties there. Good job there from the Egyptian.
Didn't see much of that at AFCON 2019.
Didn't see much of a lot of things at AFCON 2019.
I saw that free kick against Nigeria from Riyad Mahrez. Liverpool with a possession on the far left hand side. Great composure. Fabinho all the way back to his teammate. Pretty much the semblance of Robertson. Here's Matip to the second most expensive defender in the world, Virgil van Dijk. How time flies. Mo Salah on the far right hand side. Quick foot to find Henderson. Returns the favour in the box. And just before Mane, comes Christensen. And Chelsea consider the corner. Some astute defending there from Christensen.
What a great clearing header right there. I mean, that could have ended in the back of the net and would have placed his goalkeeper, but he was tactful enough to direct it away from goal, and it's a corner kick.
It is a corner to Liverpool for the opt-in time. The Super Cup fixture going down at the 41,188 stadium in Besiktas. A city where Liverpool found memorable success in 2005. A corner to be taken by Milner, swings it into the box, and it's gone down. Sadio Mane thought he had gotten the touch. That would have opened up Pandora's box. Went high, goal kick Chelsea. And replay again. It was a brilliant cross from Milner, and somehow that connection just failed. Even as the cameras do us a favour, just playing back Pedro's effort early on.
I'd have loved to see Willian start this game. I wonder why he's not starting.
Oh, still, well, he was past fit for the final, Willian. I don't think it's 120% fit. You need to be that fit to play against Liverpool. Who even Chelsea fans, interviewed by our correspondent Clementine Okonye, admitted that Liverpool are the favourites, even if they are Chelsea fans. It's not often you find that happen.
Well, the truth of the matter is that the 4-0 bashing over the weekend
was a wake-up call.
It sort of opened a lot of Chelsea fans to a reality maybe some of them weren't willing to admit before the start of the season. Truth be told, he also flattered Manchester United.
Thank you.
I have to say that. But of course, today is not a discussion for Manchester United. Let's leave it till the weekend. But it was like a reality check for most Chelsea fans, because the truth be told, yes, that they look a lot more experienced today on the field of play, and of course there's still the likes of Antonio Rudiger to beef up that defense, and Willian, that of course Tipsy mentioned, to add to this team. However, the striker that they're playing today, Olivier Giroud, is one that feeds off crosses. He's one that feeds off. He's not that the kind of striker who.
And he's the one that even got him to this position, because he was the highest goal scorer in Europe last season.
But his game is built on hold up play, getting in those crosses from, of course, his creative players. He's not the kind of striker who would, on his own, come to the midfield, get the ball, run at defenders or going behind defenders. Not that. So for Frank Lampard, I'm not sure that's the style he wants to play, at least from what we've seen in pre-season and of course what we saw on Saturday. So it's a bit of a conundrum, for Frank Lampard. I want to play a system where I have, a striker who's mobile and all that, like Tammy Abraham. But of course, you are also contending with the inexperience of Tammy Abraham, and you want to deal with the experience of what's his name, the French international Giroud, but doesn't have the kind of pace you need to
Where is
flourish
Michu
in that
Batshuayi,
system.
for Christ's sake?
Well, he's been given out on loan to Crystal Palace, and where else
Happily.
has he gone?
Are you serious? I thought he was still with Chelsea.
Well, no. They
I think last season he
had to let
Crystal
him go.
Palace.
They brought him back. He played for Chelsea all through. He's with the Chelsea squad.
Oh, okay. Good for him.
Well,
but
if
I
it's a
did
big question.
predict that this game, for all of Chelsea's terrible defensive play last weekend, I saw them concede 4 goals. I did predict that this game was going to be less than 2 goals.
Oh.
I see a Liverpool 2 and Chelsea 0. That's
Jude.
how I think it will end. It's not going to be free scoring and high scoring. But you just saw, Emmanuel, what I was trying to explain
You just saw 2
earlier.
chances being
great
blown
chance there
on
from
both
Pedro
sides.
to set up Olivier Giroud, but he's not got that. If this was a striker who's got pace, he would have left, I think that was Gomez, for dead.
It was actually Joe Matip who was up against.
Exactly, and gone one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But unfortunately, not Olivier Giroud's biggest strength. And of course, Matip was able to close up, and he ended up going with a team shot.
I appreciate all the comments coming through on Facebook. I'll take as many messages as I possibly can. You're tuning to our broadcast on Nigeria Info, the nation's first talk news and sports radio dial. Emmanuel Latim, Ufoma and Tipsy taking you through the 2019 UEFA Super Cup. It's going down in Besiktas. 7 UEFA Super Cup finals have previously been contested by domestic rivals, but this It's the first time we would get to see an all-English Super Cup. And Liverpool, as I hinted some seconds back, the last English side to win the UEFA Super Cup. UEFA, or Manchester United, had 2 opportunities to do so after they won the title in '99 and also in 2008. Fell by the wayside, some would say. Throw taken by Chelsea's Palmieri. It's got out of touch again. Well, the more familiar name is Emerson, so I pretty much want to stick with that. It's just like me referencing Bowling Goalie. And those tuned in will wonder who exactly is this new Manchester United player. Former now. Here's Romelu Lukaku. His story will be publicised in days to come. Jorginho being a bit more confrontational. As we've mentioned, he's taking absolutely no prisoners. The referee in charge, Stephanie Frappat, badged in 2019, and she's been officiating since 1997. As Matip for Liverpool, and Liverpool's half finds Virgil van Dijk, closing the centre rack for the Reds. Back to Matip, hesitating for a second, rolls it to the far right hand side to find Gomez. He's been favoured ahead of Trent Alexander-Arnold. All the way back to Virgil van Dijk. He's got Robertson on the far left hand side. Boldly gives the pass to Robertson. And chasing down on the far left hand side. It's an opportunity for Liverpool's the Ox. His swap position with Mo Salah. Here's Matip trying to float one down to the part of Sadio Mane. But somehow the Ox almost dispossessed the Chelsea backline. Regain possession, Jorginho. Well, he's got support on the far left hand side. Still the Brazilian with the ball, gets it to Pulisic. Emerson running through. Sent the ball infield, Kovacic this time. And here's Jorginho with a telepathic pass. Too high and heavy for the Frenchman, Olivier Giroud. It is a catch for Adrian. That's some brilliant passing skill from Jorginho.
And Giroud will love those kind of passes. Unfortunately, he couldn't get to that one, but just an inch further and he would have been able to trap it perfectly and probably would have troubled Adrian in goal for Liverpool. But I'm sure he'll expect more of that from Jorginho, and Jorginho will not shy away from trying to throw all those kind of passes. One man on demand more from in this Chelsea team is Christian Pulisic. A lot of Chelsea fans have been calling for him to start, for him to get more playing time. Now he's got a playing time. Let's see what he can do with it.
I think it would be a little too early to start judging Pulisic based on...
how many matches should we give him before we start judging him?
For the love of God, he just came to a new team.
So how many matches? Tell me how many matches.
Well, I don't know about you, but personally, I give a new player in a new team 1 year. Before I start making
One whole year?
One whole year.
In a season that they can't afford to give him 1 year?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that, but come to think of it, that's me personally. I like to give players the benefit of the doubt. Some players get into new teams and hit the ground running. Some players need time to adjust, before they can start getting things. But of course, modern day football and modern day football fans just want they just want things, to.
Especially in the Chelsea.
Well, for me, just to talk about Chelsea, I was even when I was making that comparison between style of play and the. What Frank Lampard has got, and I was looking at Tammy Abraham and his inexperience, and of course Olivier Giroud and his experience, but lack of pace, to go with that style of football. And it never even occurred to me that Michy Batshuayi was actually, still part of the Chelsea team. Fortunately, seeing him sitting on the bench, and here's me thinking, Michy Batshuayi is a mixed breed. So
he would have suited his brand of football.
That style. He's got the experience.
On the pecking order.
I don't think he should be. I think he should be number one on the pecking order. He's got the experience. He can score goals. He's got the pace. I would think he should be, especially now that they can't sign players. He should be Chelsea's number one striker at the moment.
Here's Chelsea coming. Pulisic on the far left inside. He's up against Liverpool's Joe Matip. Sends infield. Pedro. Going with a 1-2. Well, Pedro still has possession. Right in the box. He won't strike. Pedro strikes. Whoa. Hits the crossbar. Well, he certainly deserves to put his hands on his head. They haven't created much in this game, but that was a chance made out of nothing. And Pedro almost benefiting. Hit the inside of the crossbar. And Frank Lampard knows this agony is continuing. A throw to Liverpool on the far left-hand side.
That's the third bar in Frank Lampard's history as a Chelsea manager that
Two
he's
against
hit
United.
right now. I mean, come on. And he had to go for goal, talking about Pedro right there, because
Definitely.
almost everybody
There
was
was no support,
two behind.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kante was the one that was running for this, and probably if he took 2 more seconds, he would have been able to slip Kante in, but there was no time. Defenders were closing him up. He had to go on goal.
I don't know if it's too early to start making this judgment, but I have to say, because I noticed it on Friday against Norwich, I don't know this season. Well, like I said, it might be a little too early to
Liverpool's
judge
defense.
on
I
two
can
matches.
smell what you want to say.
But exactly, Liverpool have looked
Far
too
from last
open.
season.
You know, it looks as if it's so easy to
Penetrate.
create chances against Norwich. Actually, if not for poor finishing and maybe lack of quality up forward, even the fact that they conceded 4 goals on Friday, had enough opportunities to possibly score 4 goals if they had that quality. And one way or the other, Chelsea, yes, I know Chelsea have got better quality than what Norwich put out, but they've also had 1 or 2 instances where they've sort of created these half chances against Liverpool. I don't know. They looked a lot solid last season. I'm talking about Liverpool defensively. This time around, like I said, it might be too early to judge, but in 2 games, okay, not 2 games completely.
1.5 games.
1.5 games. Liverpool are looking a little too
Shaky
open,
behind,
so
yeah.
to speak, as compared to last season.
Well, they've got a manager which the opposition respects, Jurgen Klopp, born in 1967. Frank Lampard, 1978. Tells you a differential in age and also in managerial span. They can't compare Lampard to the Liverpool coach. Didn't have as much success as the Chelsea coach in terms of his playing career. All his life he played for Mainz. He's grown, become a manager and acquired once upon a time the most expensive central defender. Who has the ball now? Virgil goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Adrian. Sure, he will look pretty strange to the Liverpool back four whenever they turn and do not see Alisson, who, well, if you missed the report, picked up a calf injury in the Premier League opener against Norwich.
He says his calves are fine. He put out the tweet.
He did so?
Yeah.
Well, at least he can tweet.
Put out a tweet, I think it was yesterday, and said my calves are fine.
Well, he cannot play in this game. Adrian floats one close to the centre rack, intercepted by Chelsea's captain Cesar Spilicueta. N'Golo Conte plays Joaquin well. Jude, he's
He
offside.
still does not
It's got to
score.
be offside, certainly. How did the flag stay down?
The flag actually went up. He still decided to
Well,
go for goal.
then again, the Chelsea
Play wasn't
striker.
started.
Yeah, that's the funny thing actually,
wasn't
because they
started.
look like the flag stayed down.
I think
That would be egg on face if it wasn't offside.
the assistants have been told not to raise the flag.
Oh, yes.
Are we using VAR for
It's
this?
VAR, it's a UEFA
Yeah,
Championship.
then assistants have actually been told, really, when opportunities like come up, not
Just
to
allow-
raise the flags. Because,
Because
at the
this
end
is not
of
the
the day,
EPL. Because in the EPL is the inverse. They have been encouraged to actually raise the flag in the EPL
And they'll
for
still-
offside.
yeah.
Talking about linesmen, yeah, for particularly offside
Interesting stuff.
Wow.
in the
Because
EPL.
I thought it was
the
the other way around.
around,
So
yeah.
at the end of the day, you don't stop a
A
goal
goal-scoring
bound move, so to
opportunity.
speak. At the end
Yeah.
of the day, the VAR will still decide whether the player was offside or not. If that's actually what we're told in the Premier,
Premier League.
that's absolute BS.
Well,
But we move.
that's the full explanation for BS.
Be asking me.
And he actually rhymed be asking me BS. Yeah.
Well, 26 minutes. Thanks to the comments on Facebook. Some saying hi to Ufoma. Others appreciating Tia to the PSY's Arsenal outfit. The Gunners do not play until the weekend. Yeah,
Burnley,
Burnley
yeah.
is thinking of the
That's
opposition.
the first match of the weekend,
It
actually.
is actually the lunchtime kickoff. Stay away from the game if you're a punter. Here's
Actually,
Matip.
stay away from it.
Oh, they've lost possession. Chelsea will try to break free now. N'Golo Conte more offensive. He's got Pedro. He's got Giroud. He has Pulisic. Find Pedro. Pedro now to Pulisic in the box. Takes it to his left. He will strike. He strikes. Rolls and just across the face of the Liverpool goal.
Inexperience.
Maybe, maybe not. Christian Pulisic should be doing better, certainly. Right in the box. And his final ball lets him down, the American.
Thought he should have gone with his right foot and tried to put a coil at that point in time. Once again,
Well, the
Flag
flag
was
went
actually
up. Yes, the
was
assistant
actually
referee Michelle O'Neill from Ireland.
Now the
first-
weird part was
yeah.
there was no stoppage of play right there. They played on, which was what
did.
confused all of us in the studio.
Here's Gomez. by Sadio Mane.
But I think at that point, Giroud was clear. It was almost a yard or two
was trying to build a castle there. Here's Virgil. Rolls it down to the silent Robertson. It's been a bit quiet. I haven't really gone through that byline on the far left-hand side. Jules Matip rolls it into enemy territory to find Mo Salah. His pass isn't quite connecting. Great interception there from Zuma. It's been a bit better than he did against United. But they regain possession of Liverpool, and even as they do, Cesar Azpilicueta coming through. Jorginho also helping out, but they've lost it yet again. Milner swings one into the penalty area. Zuma with the interception. Brought down with a chest by the Liverpool central midfielder Kovacic. Back to Salah. Henderson again rolls it right into the deep, and he will take absolutely no prisoner. Cesar Azpilicueta heads it out for a corner to Liverpool on the far left-hand side.
It's been a comedy of mistakes from both sides. Either of them having to hold the ball as much as they would have loved to. They keep handing on possession to the opponent every time, which has resulted in a corner kick right now. In fact, that header was so unneeded. The keeper should have given him a shout and the ball should have gone out for a goal kick. But now they've considered a corner, which they have to defend.
They've got to defend this corner to be taken by Mo Salah. Oh, changed in personnel this time. Goalkeeper comes out.
Whoa.
Not the best timing. Virgil van Dijk could have taken advantage of that miscalculation from Kepa Arrizabalaga. This is a better corner than Salah has been taking all night long. And Virgil van Dijk is such a lamp. That's it. Actually playing in front of the Liverpool fans, a side the stands. I mentioned the capacity of the stadium. It's not as gigantic as you find Wembley, where the finals take place in England. Zuma would regain play, restarts play, beg your pardon, finds Emerson. Oh, Pulisic fouled by Gomez. Very harsh tackle there. The referee played the advantage. Sadio Mane chasing the Chelsea central defender. It's offensive now for them. Great turn. It's Kovacic. Back to Jorginho. Kovacic trying to juggle the ball, and he almost successfully looks it over the Liverpool captain in such a disrespectful fashion. And they find Virgil van Dijk. Turns back to the far right inside to find Matip. 13 minutes of action played out there in Turkey. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. The 2019 UEFA Super Cup. The first all-English final. The two teams battling out for who will be the 44th champion of the Super Cup.
And the 8th English Premier League winner of the Super Cup. English winner, actually, of the Super Cup also. Chelsea are trying to pass from behind in this game. Isn't that still Sarri ball?
I think
because they've not been doing it successfully so far.
It's lampy land. Wow. Another corner to Liverpool. Milner will take it. Right-footed outswinger. Right in the box, Sadio Mane!
Whoa.
Straight to the safe hands of the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga. That's how you do it. Certainly did take a deflection off Jules Matip. In moments like that, you'd hope the deflection deflects into and not right in front of the goalkeeper.
And it was also off Joel Matip's hand. Don't forget the VAR rule states that if a goal should go in from your hand, either intentionally or mistakenly, it's going to be ruled out.
Yeah, as long as it's not in the natural position, it will be ruled out. Yes, Pedro. They've come all the way to help the Chelsea back line as they try to do so. It's pretty much switched position. Infield play now to find Jorginho. All thanks to his hairstyle. Easy to identify. Yes, Kovacic. His goal supports infield to the Spaniard Pedro, one of the most successful players alive. His trophy count is more than some football clubs. As the second, like Dani Alves, he's got over 40 plus medals. Yes, shocking stuff.
Thanks to Barca.
Well, they were
and Chelsea though, but more of Barca.
Doesn't really want much in Chelsea, has he? Wow. Pedro Rodriguez, well, the Europa League, the Premier League, great piece of skill. Here's a goal of Conte, doesn't have the pace. Intelligent play from Conte. Rolls it in the field to find Jorginho. And this time it's almost perfect. Giroud, but it was timely intercepted by Matip. And here's Virgil van Dijk with yet another interception for Liverpool. Zuma heads it down to the left-hand side to find Elmas in Palmieri. He's got Pedro behind. He'll find support in Pulisic. Infield playing out to Jorginho. And here's Kovacic. That's a heavy pass. Matip shouldn't have problem defending it. And certainly does beautifully. Just up Moses' Chelsea opposition.
I think Matip is so underrated. I mean, he does so much well for his club side anytime he plays.
Chelsea
And what
might
a
get
pass!
it. Kovacic comes, the goalkeeper first to react. Brilliantly done by Adrian.
Wow.
But what a defense splitting pass from Pedro Rodriguez. Almost let it fly. Well, Kovacic, not a natural position he found himself. Almost decided to just roll the ball beyond the goalkeeper. Great anticipation. If you ever doubted Adrian, was fixed to tie the lace of Alisson Becker. And now the Liverpool fans can rest assured they've got some sort of solidity in front of their goal. It's 33 minutes out there in Istanbul. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 0. Here they come, the Blues. Apologies, Tipsy. N'Golo Kanté on the far right hand side. Two Chelsea players in the box. Pulisic not first to react.
Matip again. Gomez,
Oh,
actually.
there was Joe Gomez this time with that timely interception. The Liverpool right back in Trent Alexander-Arnold's stead. Troy Walkham taken quickly by Cesar. He's got N'Golo Kanté, also has Jorginho. Oh, he's gone out of touch. The captain will take his time. Pretty much fancy a longer throw this time. Goes with a short one to Kanté. Back to Cesar. It's deflected yet again from one captain to another. And the first picture of Jurgen Klopp, the German who never played in the top flight and went on to make 325 second division appearances from 1990 to 2001 for Mainz. One of the one club men, as they referenced them. It's floated to the far left hand side. Emerson has it. Pulisic refusing to come close to the ball. He goes all the way back to find Kovacic. Infield play. Centre rack now. An opportunity for Christensen. Cesar has it. N'Golo Kanté turns facing the opposition goal. Still Kanté now. That's a not too perfect pass, but looks almost perfect. And the strike comes in. Well, all the effort to have it deflect from Emerson. Eventually, well, he would have that last moment. It's a corner to Chelsea. Anderson Palmieri just going alone. There's no support in the box. And replay again. That moment, Kovacic could have made it one for Chelsea. What a pass from Pedro Rodriguez.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, the
Blinding
last
pass.
5 minutes, Chelsea have been very, very good. Pretty certain the Chelsea fans, after watching the first 34 minutes of this game, will be pretty comfortable and excited because, like you heard some of the fans who spoke to our correspondent who's actually in Istanbul as we speak. A lot of them, were looking at score lines, embarrassing score lines against their own team,
True.
maybe as a result of the weekend's result. But Chelsea have actually, held their own.
They're
here.
a top team.
Of course, and the introduction of a lot more experience. You've seen the difference that it makes. One curious thing, I've also noticed is that N'Golo Kanté is still playing further forward, just like he did under Mauricio Sarri. And I would wait to see if the Chelsea fans, would complain if this becomes a mainstay of the Chelsea team going forward, because it was a huge topic of debate for Chelsea fans, against their former manager Mauricio Sarri, because they thought, and some pundits, like us, also thought that N'Golo Kanté's best position is just in front of
The back four.
the back four, but he's playing further forward, even under, at least in this game, under Frank Lampard. We wait to see what the Chelsea fans make of that.
Oh,
Even
here's
as
Giroud.
they
Well, he
might
will get the
go.
opener, and he does just that. And for the opt-in time, Pedro Rodriguez with a telling pass. Chelsea have found that moment there. Well, it was Pulisic.
I think it was Pulisic that did the assist.
Let's see how things go. But the goal scorer, still, as I mentioned, the Frenchman who's coming and silence all those who want to prioritize. The man Ufoma kept mentioning, who's on the bench with his dreadlocks. Chelsea lead out there in Istanbul. The replay will do justice to it. N'Golo Kanté just finding support, and indeed he was. Christian Pulisic saw the run of Giroud. Timely run, onside. Just slotted the ball underneath the Liverpool goalkeeper to give Chelsea the first on the night. It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1.
Well, it's been coming, to be honest. I just mentioned that in the last 5 minutes or so, Chelsea have actually played very, very well. They've created opportunities. It took a great move from Adrian to actually step off his line to stop Chelsea from actually taking the lead. And great vision there from the young American Pulisic, who caught that defense splitting pass for Liverpool defenders. I've talked about how Liverpool have looked at 6s and 7s, from a defensive point of view. They might be too early again, 1.5 games to actually judge, but against a Norwich, they were opened up, in almost this same fashion. And you think that Norwich are not one of your quote-unquote
top
better
top
teams.
Yes.
But even in that first 45 minutes that they conceded 4 goals, Norwich actually opened up the Liverpool defense a lot of times, and if not for poor finishing, possibly could have taken the lead. And we've seen exactly that also happening in this Chelsea game, and what a brilliant pass there from Pulisic to knock off the Liverpool defense, and of course Olivier Giroud running in behind. Great take from the French international. And Chelsea, against all odds, lead by a goal to nothing.
Well, there's a Chelsea player down, looked a bit immobile, play not stop. It's not a head injury, it's the goal scorer Giroud. So eventually they had to play the ball out of touch. There was Virgil van Dijk going in with his right elbow, and also accompanied that aerial challenge with his right knee. Just looking back at it, a striker's goal right in the box. Knew the goalkeeper had covered the near post and just slotted it underneath Adrian, who has considered 2 in 2. It's not what you reference when Alisson Becker is in goal for Liverpool.
I'm not too sure Alisson Becker would have made a save for that particular attempt that Olivier Giroud had.
We just try to rub this thing in. If the goalkeeper concedes, you remember those who had me concede.
Yeah, true.
39 minutes, Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1. Liverpool lining up to be the coupon buster tonight. The odds favour them overwhelmingly to get something past Chelsea, but like Jose would always mention, the former Chelsea manager, they are no favourites in the final.
This is almost the inverse of what happened against Manchester United. Chelsea were doing all the playing, United hit them on the break. Now Liverpool doing all the breaking, Chelsea hitting them on the break.
I would totally agree. Liverpool doing all the
Do you
breaking.
ever agree?
At least from
Chelsea just came into their element in the last 10 minutes. The first 25 minutes was all Liverpool.
I don't think it was all Liverpool. Liverpool created opportunities. Chelsea also created opportunities. What I would say is that Chelsea dominated the last 10 minutes, where they scored. But the first 20-25 minutes wasn't all Liverpool. It was a question of Liverpool create opportunities. Chelsea will also have
and they're going
time,
again.
To create opportunities.
It's Pulisic who has it. Still counts. Pulisic! It's
Goal!
the second for Chelsea! From an assist to a goal, while it just might have been chalked up.
Wow.
Well, the referee's assistant had a flag up,
Offside.
and Frank Lampard cannot believe it, neither will Christian Pulisic. There will be communication, and the replay would help define the decision from the assistant on the far right hand side. From this camera angle, he was offside.
Still looks on.
But if you look at that line,
Yeah, he looked on.
Then
the
again,
green line.
Looked like Joe Gomez was keeping him on.
Yeah,
Well,
the
until-
VAR will need to check.
that's what she's actually listening to. And the VAR official here is Clement Toppin. Well, it's not given.
Wow.
Well, she's consulted with the VAR, and they've happily chalked it off. No goal and assist for Christian Pulisic.
That was too beautiful to actually. Come on.
Moments like this, you just want to sit back and scroll through Raheem Sterling's Twitter handle. It's the man who's been worse hit by the VAR, and he put out a tweet saying, "What have I done to this machine?" And the
Because
cameras,
He makes so many of those kind of runs, and he needs to get used to it because it's just one game in. It's going to happen all season.
The truth of the matter is that you just continue making those runs.
Exactly.
Just keep doing it. That's the striker's instinct.
But it
Just
can
keep
get
doing it.
frustrating. It can get
yeah, it
very
can get
frustrating.
frustrating, but keep doing
here they
it.
come again. N'Golo Kante finds Christian Pulisic. Well, he's been really active in the final last 7 minutes. Rolls it up to Giroud, caught it back to Emerson Palmieri. Here's Kovacic for Chelsea. On the far left-hand side, infield pass to find Jorginho. No support, and he loses possession. Goal kick Liverpool. Well, corner actually, apparently Sadio Mane took a deflection.
Mane has been quiet.
Well, the entire Liverpool front three, maybe just misrepresentation, throwing an Oxlade-Chamberlain in place of Roberto Firmino.
If Mane has been quiet, Oxlade-Chamberlain has been invincible because I've hardly even seen him in this match.
The corner will come. The assist provider will take. Here's Christian Pulisic. It will be an in-swinger. Adrian petrified. Not many concede two in 45 minutes it's taken, but defensively cleared out. And frustrating from that Chelsea player, Shikino. Well, he's complaining to Pulisic. I'm not sure why he's doing that. Well, it's gone out of touch nonetheless. And Jurgen Klopp has a sit, conversing with his technical team. He's been here before. He's in finals where Liverpool look on the brink of defeat. History always favoured them when they are trailing in finals, Liverpool. They've been in Istanbul once. They left happy. Will that be the same situation tonight? 43 minutes out there. Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1. 36-minute strike from French striker Olivier Giroud. A throw taken quickly. Well, it's gone straight to N'Golo Kanté, vying for the MVP already. Infield play, Jorginho to Emerson. Back into the centre arc to find Coach Zuma. Floated to the far right inside for Cesar Azpilicueta. He's got support. Pedro, back to Cesar. Here's Christensen. It's a cross-field pass to Emerson. Breaks it down with his chest. Oh, sublimely done by Emerson to find Pulisic. Well, he's onside. Then again, not really. The flag is up. Joe Gomez having a stinker in this game. And he would wish he was on the bench and maybe Trent was on the pitch. He certainly looked to be losing the battle against Christian Pulisic. So just maybe if it's an assessment for Pulisic, the Chelsea fans will be happy. Free kick taken quickly. Gomez finds Captain Henderson in Liverpool's half. Crossfield pass to Virgil. He's got support, decides to send a long one onto the far right hand side. It's all about the control and it's brilliantly brought down by Mo Salah, who turns and fires! Oh, the deflection isn't directed at goal, just went pretty much deceitful. Here he comes again. Cheeky touch to lay down Milner, who returns the favour and it's got past everyone in the Liverpool, in the Chelsea back. Eventually kept in play by Robertson. On the far left hand side, Mo Salah has it. He's back facing the Chelsea goal. It's a back heel, heavy control from Andrew Robertson. All of those efforts put out there, and nothing yields for Liverpool. It's a goal kick to Chelsea. Seconds into half-time.
Am I the only one still looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain on this field?
Well, he's going to the far right inside. He's been interchanging position with Mo Salah, and that control from Alexander Robertson just frustrating the Liverpool left back. Reaction on the face of the Premier League top scorer Mo Salah, and the man who ensured his penalty brought Liverpool to this stage. Hasn't covered himself in glory, neither has the Liverpool front three. But they do have quality, and Chelsea defenders are aware of those quality. Adrian should get this. It's a chase between Adrian and a player that's got the running of Pedro Rodriguez. Yes. The goalkeeper certainly will come out first, even as the conversation carry on between Pedro and Pulisic. There's a Pulisic, there's a Kovacic, and there's a Jorginho.
Yeah,
Chelsea.
that was Jorginho.
Yes, three-man midfield. Kovacic, Conte, and Jorginho. It's a throw. Palmieri will take it to find Conte. Well, Conte has been pretty much everywhere. N'Golo,
as always,
was pretty much a doubt coming into this game. There's something about N'Golo Kanté, never tires. Here they come again, still Chelsea. The Pulisic, it's going to be a free kick certainly in favour of the Liverpool central defender, Joel Matip. 1 minute of stoppage time. Our fourth official, well, he's a man, Kuna Kakir. But the ones in charge, and they've done brilliantly to handle this final almost to perfection, at least after 45 minutes. Stephanie Frappat and her team, Matteo Nicolosi and Michelle O'Neill from Ireland. Well, it's finally come. She's called halt what has been a half, and many would say has favoured Chelsea, and they are a side who would be happier going into the break, knowing full well that that 36-minute strike from the French striker Olivier Giroud is the reason why the UEFA Europa League champions just might be favourites coming into the second 45. Half-time from the Besiktas Arena. For sponsorship reasons, Vodafone Arena. It's Liverpool 0, Chelsea 1. Ufuma. It had to pretty much determine who's been the better team. But if you lead after 45 minutes in the final, you've been the best team.
I'll think that Chelsea have slightly been ahead of in this particular game. I think they've created more of the glaring opportunities, even though you could argue that the game was a bit balanced, at a point in time. But the last 10-15 minutes of the game was almost like a one-way traffic. Liverpool, they would have possession in their half, but unable to actually, connect between the midfield and the attack. So the front three were actually left isolated. Mo Salah you saw him a lot of times coming backwards. Sadio Mane was almost non-existent. Let's not even talk about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He was invisible, at least in the last 15-20 minutes of the game. Chelsea looked like they got their work spot on today. Good interchange between the midfield and the attack. N'Golo Kante buzzing, creating those half chances here and there. And Olivier Giroud, as soon as he got the one great opportunity, was able to take the chance brilliantly, where it could have been 2 up if not for the offside flag. Policy, even though some of us still think with our naked eyes, of course the guys in the VAR room have more of the technology, but with our naked eyes we're thinking maybe, just maybe, Christian Pulisic was actually onside at that point in time. However, Chelsea deservedly 1 up after 45 minutes.
We'll get to this stake after the break. It's our coverage of the 2019 UEFA Super Cup.
.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back. back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
fast-selling brandy currently in the Nigerian market and is fully registered by NAFDAC. For a smooth, strong Master's Choice drink, ask for Skirt Blended Brandy. Skirt is a product of MP Masterpiece Nigeria Limited, and this is not for persons under 18. Drink responsibly.
And again, just a reminder where they could get, if they want to get.
It's a fast-selling brandy in the Nigerian market and is registered under NAFDAC.
Yeah, and Ojoye Munshi
is everywhere. Anywhere where good drinks are sold.
Brilliant. I think that's the payoff line. Anywhere where good drinks are sold. Thank you so much, The Voice. That message, Kotsi Skirt Blended Brandy. As we head to the phone lines, Tipsy. Well, you saw the first 45 minutes. Let's get your take.
Well, absolutely brilliant first 45, Chelsea versus Liverpool. As I said, it was kind of an inverse of what happened in the Manchester United game. Chelsea should probably be 3 goals up right now. We saw one of them hit the bar. We also saw Christian Pulisic with an offside goal, which I still think could have been on if the line was drawn, because there's no point of having a VAR if you don't draw the line. From the replay, still seemed onside to me. But particularly off the mic, we talked about Frappat also, the way she's been fit enough to keep up with the pace of the game. I've been very impressed with her also and her calls in the game. Also, Allison has been... I said Allison, beg your pardon. Adrian, yes. Yeah. He's been suspect in one region, which is distributing the ball. Usually we'll see Allison, he knows where to release the ball quickly. We saw Mohamed Salah make a run down, and Adrian tried to locate him. He was on the right side of the pitch. He tried to play a quick ball to him. The ball ended up being on the left side of the pitch. He needs to improve on his distribution. But I think Liverpool will edge a lot more into the game, probably bring in a Firmino in this game or a Divock Origi. I think they're going to edge into the game a lot more. Chelsea just need to finish up the game and be more precise as Manchester United were against them, and they will run away with the win.
Amazing stuff. To the PSY, brilliant anchor. Even better as an analyst. Well, our correspondent Clementine Okonye, just before a game kicked off out there in Istanbul, caught up with fans of Chelsea and Liverpool, and this where the pre-match expectations, and some had to touch on Alisson's injury from a Liverpool perspective, and Frank Lampard as the new Chelsea manager.
What are your expectations?
I expect Liverpool gonna win. Why? Chelsea lose Hazard and they only can transfer Pulisic, and it is the only talentful player of Chelsea, and that's why there's lots of things to Kante do, but it's not gonna be enough. So I guess I expect that Liverpool gonna win 3-1.
Your goalkeeper is injured.
Alisson. Yes. Alisson, yeah, it's gonna be the disadvantage for Liverpool, but Liverpool it's better team. Chelsea. I'm not sure that the Alisson's lose is gonna be affect anything.
Fedor Rudek.
Okay. Who do you think will win the match?
I think Chelsea or Liverpool will win, because Liverpool now are stronger than Chelsea, but I will support Chelsea.
So what do you think about the coach, Lampard? Do you think he's the right man to lead Chelsea?
I think yes, because Frank Lampard is my favorite player. was my favorite player when he played for Chelsea, and now it's my favorite coach. I think he can. My English not so good, but I think Frank Lampard good enough.
My name is Khalid from Saudi Arabia.
Okay. What are your expectations for the match?
Liverpool win 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dawit, we win the match.
Of course.
How many goals?
6.
Let's talk about 6, baby.
6-0.
I'm Abbas.
Okay. Which of the team do you support?
Chelsea.
What are your expectations?
I think Chelsea will win 2-0.
I hope Chelsea, because I'm a Chelsea fan. So I think Liverpool is way stronger, but maybe if you get lucky, you will win 2-1, maybe 2-1. I hope.
Chelsea to win.
No, it's a draw maybe. And
Penalties.
penalties, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Clementine Okonye. Great job. I just had to quickly make her makeshift correspondent. Emmanuel Tim Tipsy and Ufo Mike Bam. Another players are getting set for the second 45. So are we to take you through the commentary. We're pleading, no extra time. Please, we gotta go home. But as things stands, Liverpool need a comeback and maybe take us into extra time. The numbers to call are 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 2993 and 3993. The reason why I'm playing the UEFA Europa League anthem is because the UEFA Europa League champions are leading. For those on Facebook who are tuning into the broadcast, so many comments. Rest assured I'll take as many as I possibly can. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Bayo.
All right, Bayo, go ahead.
I'm kind of surprised with what Chelsea is playing tonight. I'm a Chelsea fan though.
Okay.
And I want to win this match.
Oh, you want Chelsea to win, obviously, as a Chelsea fan. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Mano.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Yemi from Igondo.
Okay, Yemi, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want Chelsea to continue in the same vein they did in the first half. They are going to be Liverpool today.
You ran away. Should have stayed and completed your statement. Well, there's going to be a halftime change. Turn your radio down. Holy smoke. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening to you.
My name is Vitalis.
All right, Vitalis, go ahead. Where are you calling from first?
I'm calling from Ejibo.
Thank you for calling, Vitalis. Go ahead.
I want to ask a question.
Yes.
Where is Oslo Chamberlain? Is he in the pitch?
Well, he's been taken off now. I can confirm Firmino has come in for him.
But has he been playing before?
Oh, yes. He started the game, yes.
Well, but I found out he's missing.
Indeed, he was missing.
Well, I'm a national fan.
Okay.
Okay. But I would like an offset to happen so that at least that confidence will be built back in Chelsea.
All right, interesting stuff.
Well, thank you, guys.
Thank
Good
you
night.
so much. No, stay awake. The second 45 is on the way. Chelsea will be playing from left to right this time, and Liverpool will attack from right to left. More calls on the broadcast. Hi, good evening.
Hello?
Welcome.
Chelsea gonna win today.
Chelsea are going to win today, in your exact words. Thank you so much for that. Let's try this. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, I'm a Liverpool fan and I'm a Chelsea fan. But all I have to say is that they're the best team.
Okay. Tipsy, you ever heard that?
It's a Chelsea pool fan.
A lead chair fan, something. That's strange. A Liverpool and a Chelsea fan. I'm sure you're just having time of your life watching this game.
Weird things, actually. We first saw an Arsenal fan wishing Chelsea luck.
Strange. It's
How many times do we
sign
hear
of
that?
the end time. Tipsy, give your life to Christ. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. Good evening.
Good evening, yes.
This is Kenneth from Uganda.
All right. Can I go ahead?
Yeah, I've been telling my friends that Man U will beat Chelsea too.
Okay. But
Liverpool
we'll struggle
will find it hard
to beat Chelsea.
They beat Chelsea for Chelsea have
All right.
me.
Okay, thank you so much for calling. Sounded a bit tipsy.
Hello?
At that instance, yes. Hi, good evening. 5 more calls.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome. Head back to commentary.
I'm calling from English.
Welcome. Thank you for joining in.
Honestly, as a United fan, I wouldn't like Liverpool to win any trophy, honestly.
I can imagine. I can imagine. All right, thank you so much. Let's squeeze in this one. Hi, good evening.
Hello, good evening. One game.
Football without
Bono violence. And that's Bobby almost with a goal. It stands.
I am Liverpool fan.
It stands.
Liverpool have equalised. Sorry, just to tell you.
I am Liverpool fan. I am Liverpool fan. Never walk alone. I can never walk alone. Somebody is sitting gate calling me. I said no. Let me finish the game.
All right.
I'm Liverpool fans. You cannot walk alone. This game is going to end 3-1.
It's possible.
Liverpool is going to score 3-1.
All right, thank you so much.
Perfect call
it just
for
takes
the
us
goal.
back to commentary duty. This one has to do with Sadio Mane. If he's ever wanted a goal, this was it. Roberto Firmino.
What an assist.
Less than 5 minutes on the pitch. Well, somehow that ball might be chalked off. Less than 5 minutes on the pitch, Firmino. Less than 5 minutes on the pitch. And he's provided an assist. I thought Kepa had the ball completely.
No, he didn't.
And Mane somehow just stole it right under him. And he gets Liverpool back. The Champions League winners are back in it. Liverpool won. Chelsea won. And the game is on now.
And
It is
Bobby
on.
has shown why he was missing in the first half.
Why
I
the
mean,
Orcs should never have started.
Absolutely not. And clinch feet from Jurgen Klopp right there, because Bobby Firmino could actually have gone for goal. He could have attempted to loop the goalkeeper, but he chose to Jackie Chanish kick kind of for Sadio Mane. And Sadio Mane almost did not score the first attempt, but he made it count at the second attempt. And great goal right there from Liverpool.
Great move from the front three. It was actually a cross from Mohamed Salah that took some little bit of deflection and fell nicely into the path of the man who was quick to react. Talking about the Brazilian Roberto Firmino, it was quite unselfish from him. I think I loved that the way he tried to hook that ball to his teammate Sadio Mane, who of course hit it the first time, but didn't get enough connection to it. But at least that helped him.
Whoa!
My goodness, and it could have been two. Brilliant shot from about 25 yards from Fabinho.
Another Brazilian.
The goalkeeper Rita Balaga was rooted to the spot. If that was going, if it was on target, he would absolutely not have seen it. But he just swerved and went a few inches wide.
All right, just to breeze through some of the comments so I don't seem like Ifoma, who's quite evil.
Oh, really?
Facebook.
Is that Ifoma?
Yeah, I had to say that so you don't know I'm talking about you. Afo Seminasu says, I'm a Chelsea supporter, but we are live, don't do waka. But based on what's on
That can pass
ground.
for high five.
Yes.
From afar, in front.
No, he's waka actually. So he knows.
All right, more comments on Facebook. Expecting both teams to score. Congratulations. It's happened for you, Mr. Potter. Chelsea might get a second. Somehow it doesn't happen. And just right on the byline, close to the Chelsea, the Liverpool defense. Somehow Emerson Palmieri is complaining. Tipsy saw the action more than I did, but I head to him in a bit. Awesome commentary, simply spectacular. Well done, guys. Uke Nte said that. Adewale Aziz says, well done, guys. Someone says, I believe Chelsea would win tonight. God's Power is talking about Ufoma. Says, Ufoma, nice job. Love you. And he says, up Liverpool. Naman.
Love you too.
Jesus Christ. Johnson Victor says, watching you live for the first time. They've taken my shake. Well done. I love you too. Ufoma says, I'm not going to say it too, man. Rafael Adegoke says, Chelsea are playing the way they did against United, and they won't lose at the end. Femi The Gang, good evening. Hope the best team carries the day. Stephen Oyebote is talking, but even the Swedish. So here's Sadio Mane. Rolls it in field. It's Milner. It's deflected.
Whoa.
Fortunately, onto the path of the goalkeeper. Well, Jordan Henderson without effort. Back on Facebook.
Now this is more like the Liverpool. The first 5 minutes of the second half, we've seen more of the Liverpool we're used to, as opposed to the first 45 minutes where they were quite drab, and didn't really create a much. We're seeing a lot more energetic move. We're seeing Sadio Mane come into the game, making those right moves, and of course the passes coming through. Should have actually been 2-1 up.
Look at the boy. As little as it is, he knows what passion is. All Blues Thank you so much for that information. Chukwudi saying it's a goal. Yes, it is a goal. Liverpool are back in it. Someone saying Chelsea have improved. Chelsea champions of all Europe. Good job, guys. Well, they are champions of the Europa League. Liverpool are champions of Europe.
Half time, full time.
It's looking like we're having this conversation earlier today. No one would have thought this would happen.
I actually thought of it. I did, Emmanuel.
Mr. Totter, spelled T-O-T-T-E-R. Steve Krause says, Uwa, believe weak spirits, bro. Chelsea all the way. Anything is possible in football. And so many comments. I wish I could take as many as I can. But Emmanuel, shout out to you. Solomon Ajiboye. Marianne says, I hope Chelsea wins. It's obvious that Liverpool are missing their goalkeeper. Her prediction, Chelsea to win 3-1. It's a possibility Liverpool have scored one. Marianne says, who's wearing the white shirts? Well, I'm wearing the white shirt, Emmanuel. Ufoma is wearing the Nigerian jersey. And Tipsy, it's not even a Nigerian jersey. It feels like Dolphins.
It's a Nigerian jersey.
The fake one. All right. Thank you so much. Keep the
when
comments coming
they were called Green Eagles.
Not the traditional Nigerian jersey.
Who did this one?
This is Randa Andrews.
This has to be when they were called
design.
Green Eagles.
Yeah. So let's head back to it, Tipsy. You saw that moment earlier from Emerson. Why was he complaining?
Yes,
should have got a corner, actually. That's why I was complaining. The final ball came off Virgil van Dijk, but the referees and his assistants, and her assistants, I should say.
But we saw Liverpool's defense go to sleep right there.
Mm-hmm.
Here they come again. Well, it's almost a flick from Jordan Henderson. Not many have had the opportunity to lift the European Cup and the Super Cup. Jordan Henderson just might be having that privilege if it all ends in Liverpool's favour. Here they come. Great turn from Firmino. He's got Sadio Mane infield. Got Salah in an offside position. It's back to Firmino, but it's just too heavy. He could have chosen Sadio, but he went for Mo Salah. And the Egyptian gives away a mummy-like countenance.
The ever-smiling Mo Salah.
He was onside. Great vision from the assistant referee. They've been almost excellent in this game, and the frustration on the face of Firmino. What a year it will be. Won the Copa America with Brazil. Just might be taking the Super Cup also. It's going to be significant for Mo Salah. It was a disappointing AFCON 2019, losing to the Bafana team that fell, the Super Eagles who fell to Riyad Mahrez's Algeria. 55 minutes out there in Istanbul. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. It's a happy city for the Reds. Not the same arena. Just to mention, this was not the venue Liverpool won the Champions League in 2005. Certainly in the city in Istanbul. Here's Fabinho. Floats it to the far right inside. Mo Salah with the control. Mo Salah's pass is heavy. Not even the presence of Roberto Firmino will trouble Kepa. Easy catch for the Chelsea goalkeeper. It's going to take his time, certainly. Chelsea Football Club. They won the Super Cup in 1998. That came after they had won the previous season's UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. And they went on to lose in 2012 and also in 2013. Many would reference that 2013 defeat as a man who's got so much confidence. On the far left inside for Chelsea. He's caught Zuma, done better. Mentioned this during the first 45 than he did. The fixture against Manchester United. Emerson will take the throw for Chelsea. Just right in front of the Chelsea fans who look like they're complaining. Not sure why they are. They were not favourites coming into the final. But as UEFA Europa League winners, they also had their hopes high. It's going out for a touch again.
Who was
Zuma.
Chelsea's left back last season?
Alonso.
Was Marcos Alonso. Well, he's been sidelined.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
No
also.
one knows he still plays for Chelsea, sadly. Once upon a time, he was actually the first defender to hit the 7 points mark in Fantasy Premier League.
Exactly.
And now he's not worth even 5 points.
Terrible defender.
Well, you don't know FPL, so
I don't care about FPL. I'm just saying, as a footballer, he's a terrible defender. And the reason I actually asked that question,
he's good going up front.
No,
he's like,
quite good.
He's like a Trent Alexander.
It's modern
Exactly
day
my
defense
point.
mechanism.
Exactly my
Gotta be able
point.
to attack to defend.
Well,
some say that.
Well,
almost all the top teams in Europe have it. Even your Arsenal.
Emmanuel,
I beg your pardon, saying your Arsenal. Even the Arsenal.
We don't have fullbacks.
Okay.
Yeah, just let's be honest with ourselves.
Right.
You know, as a fullback, as far as I'm concerned, your first priority is defending. Added advantage, yes, in modern football, you need to be going forward. But your first priority is defending. You know, it's different if you're playing as a wing back. As a wing back, you're offering width, you know, to your team.
Yeah.
So you're looking more at going further forward than defending, because you have 3 centre backs who can either can cover up, you know, those flanks. But as a full back, your first priority is defending. And here's me wondering, I saw Emerson a few times, you know, when he was in the Italian Serie A, and I was quite happy for Chelsea when they got him. Not particularly certain why they didn't use him, you know, all this while that he's been at the club.
Sarri used him end of last season, actually.
End of last season.
Yeah, when Alonso dipped in form.
Exactly my point. He took someone's dip in form, you know, to
bring him into the team.
In 2 matches or in 1.5 matches, you've seen how Emerson has been quite good defensively and also offers width going forward. And that for me is what makes a very great fullback, either left or right. That's one thing I think Robertson has as an advantage over Alexander Trent-Arnold. Robertson is quite good when it comes to his positioning. He knows when to go further forward. He's aware of his anybody he's tasked to mark. Unlike an Alexander Trent-Arnold, who sometimes is just thinking about going forward and make those crosses are quite great. One of his crosses saw Origi getting a goal against Norwich, but time and time again in that match against Norwich City, his right back position was exposed. And if not, Norwich actually had good attackers, possibly would have taken advantage of it.
Shay, thank you so much for the message saying, hi guys, it's great watching. Emmanuel, I'm not going to mention what you said before that. I'm not that. I am trying to be. Maybe I will, maybe not. Ever high performer and Tipsy says he's watching the game via the commentary. Adeoye says he who laughs last, laughs best. He's talking about Liverpool, but Chelsea fans might still laugh last, it depends. Emerson. Doing one of the dirty behaviours of footballers, sportsmen in general, just throwing spittle around. They have a corner to take. They've got Giroud centrally.
My under 2.5 is at stake.
Sadly, it's not going to happen because there will be maybe 1 or even 2 more goals in this final. At stake in. Or just maybe your jazz is working. It's going off for a goal kick to Liverpool Football Club. Disappointing. Not even the captain, Cesar, could connect to it. Chelsea just giving away that possession there. The 2 teams, Liverpool and Chelsea, their paths first crossed in Europe. That was in the 2004 and 5 Champions League semi-finals. No one will forget Luis Garcia's scoring, his efforts got the only goal of the tie 4 minutes into the second leg at Anfield.
And I remember his celebration.
Yeah, the Reds going on to beat AC Milan in that dramatic final. The same city. Yeah, for Chelsea, then again, you know what it means to play against Liverpool, even as they try to attack. The flag is up.
Yep, he was offside.
Against the Frenchman who's asking the assistant on the far right inside, hey,
I could even see it from here. Wondering why he's complaining.
Oh,
he was offside, but I think Pulisic was on.
Yeah.
And he should have actually left that ball for Pulisic.
Yeah. For a striker in the box, he's had to think that way. Free kick given. Virgil van Dijk has it. Liverpool playing from right to left in the second 45. Chelsea from left to right. War now, football exhausted. 60 minutes in counts terms. Chelsea have possession. It's N'Golo Kante. He's got past the halfway line now into Liverpool half. He's got 3 Liverpool players hovering around him all the way back to find Jorginho. And here they won't deal with Christensen. Back to Jorginho. He's got support on the far right inside. Cesar, but it's floated up front. Giroud might make it number 2.
Oh, come on.
Paul, if it's not offside, and he's such a sluggard. Virgil van Dijk complaining that flag should have gone up way longer. Indeed, he was offside, and maybe that's the reason why he took his foot off the pedal.
Nah, not so. He would have still done that even if he was on.
Let's give him the
Unfortunately,
benefits.
he lacks the pace. That's his only.
And I'm sure he's aware of that.
Negative, exactly. Well,
that supposed deficiency thing.
You can't have it all, and I think for the style Frank Lampard wants to play, maybe Giroud might not totally suit it. But of course, the good news for Olivier Giroud is almost every time he's called upon in Europe, he's actually done the business for Chelsea. Scored a lot of the goals that on their way to winning the Europa League, and of course, even tonight, gotten a goal for them.
Indeed, he has. Well, Chelsea That's victory in 1998 in the Super Cup, came against Real Madrid, ended 1-0, and they went on to lose to Atletico Madrid 4-1, and against Bayern München. By the way, that year Bayern won the UEFA Super Cup. Was the last time a non-Spanish team, should I say a Spanish team, appeared in the Super Cup. Until this moment, since that 2013 final, you've always had at least one Spanish side.
They've dominated Europe. They've dominated Europe for the better part of the last decade.
Scary.
You know, that's why a lot of Premier League fans were absolutely excited last season when, of course, four teams from the Premier League, 2 in the final of Champions League, 2 in the final of Europa League. Because it was, of course, unprecedented. It was more like something away from something away from the norm, because it's for the better part of the last 6-7 years. It's been Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, totally dominating.
Sevilla at a point in the
dominating
Europa League.
the scenes in Europe.
So it's the first time a Spanish club has not won the Super Cup since 2013, as when Bayern with Chelsea in penalties. Tipsy, you could hear his groan, simply because Giroud failed to control. Here comes Liverpool. He's lost possession. But still, as they said, N'Golo Conte rolls it down to find support. Heavy touch. Conte wouldn't get it, and it would be a free kick. Referee plays the advantage.
Brilliant referee.
Henderson, captain, rolls it to the far right inside. Gets his pass cool. Infield now to Fabinho. Quick turn to the left hand side to find Milner. Milner has Robertson in view. Gives it to Andrew Robertson. That's a terrible pass from Robertson. Absolutely no need. And he gets his possession dispossessed by Cesar Azpilicueta.
It was against Cesar at that point.
Actually took the final touch off Robertson. He cannot believe it. Replay again. Yes, he got the final touch.
It's supposed to be Liverpool's throw.
Well, it's a second change made by Jurgen Klopp. James Milner has been asked to politely go take an early shower. They've introduced the Dutch player Georgina Wijnaldum. Liverpool making 2 changes, and Frank Lampard yet to experiment.
And the squad is getting stronger by the changes.
The regular players are coming alive, and it feels like the same team who played Tottenham in the UEFA Champions League final. Great control there from Giroud to find N'Golo Conte. Turns, facing his own goal, gets it to Cesar. That's going to be an offside call, certainly on Pedro Rodriguez. Well, the flag stays down. Pedro still has possession. He's got Giroud in the box. Not the best, but the strike comes off Pulisic. Takes a deflection off the Achilles. The Liverpool central defender goes out of touch, while Gomez, that instance, intercepted what could have been Pulisic's moment. He will walk, just like the PS characters, to go take the corner. I think he's been really impressive in this game, Pulisic.
He has.
And then Tipsy having a conversation. Not many Americans have gone on to play in the Super Cup final. If he scores, he might just be the first to do so. The corner taken, not good. Goal scorer goes down, Sadio Mane, and the clearance eventually comes. Cotsy, Andrew Robertson. It's gone out of touch for Liverpool. A Chelsea throw on the far right inside to be taken by Cesar Azpilicueta, even as the camera lens continue to pan on Christian Pulisic. Cesar takes the throw and finds N'Golo Conte infield. Here's Kovacic. Cesar, great turn, almost to perfection. He still has possession of the ball, eventually lost it. And Fabinho's cross takes the deflection of a Chelsea player. They've regained possession. It's a cross-field pass, and that's a waste of possession from a Chelsea player to the touchline. It's going to be a throw to Liverpool on the far right inside. It will be taken by Joe Gomez. Takes it all the way back. Go ahead, Tipsy.
I think it's high time Chelsea made a change in this game. Liverpool are getting fresher legs into the game. I wonder what Frank Lampard is still waiting for. He's got players on the bench that can actually influence this game. We talked about Michy Batshuayi, we talked about Willian, and quite a couple of other players.
And also got Mason Mount. I'm not sure the Chelsea fans want to hear that name. Tammy Abraham also on the bench.
Well, that was a name that actually caused controversy between he and his former manager, Jose Mourinho. Because Mourinho thought Mason was not brilliant in the last game. And Lampard questioned him like, really, did you watch that match?
I would also question Jose Mourinho if that's exactly what he said, that Mason wasn't brilliant. I thought he was.
I thought it was also.
I thought it was brilliant. A lot of the good chances Chelsea created in that game at Old Trafford was off the runs made by the youngster. Yes, of course, the inexperience told at certain stages of the game. But if Jose Mourinho is quoted correctly as saying he wasn't brilliant, then I don't know. Maybe that's why he was sacked by United.
Mourinho singled out 3 players: Tammy Abraham, Mason, and one other player.
I thought that I would still say Tammy Abraham is too inexperienced to lead Chelsea's line. That's what I think. This is not the Championship. I beg you, please. It's not the Championship. It's not Aston Villa. It's not Derby County. You're not playing against Sheffield United here. Well, you are actually this season. But the point, is, you're playing against the top sides who will not give you 2 chances. So you get one, you have to take it. And I'm sorry, at this point in time, maybe in a few years' time to come, at this point in time, Tammy Abraham is not that 20-25 goals.
How come you say it's too early to judge some others and it's not too early to judge Tammy Abraham? After 1.5 games, after 1 game, in fact, where he struck the bar with the first attempt by Chelsea in that game.
He is not a new player at Chelsea. Yes, he's not been given the chance.
Yes.
I agree.
So don't judge him yet.
He's not a new player at Chelsea.
Don't judge him yet.
Well, I'm judging him based on what I've seen him
1 match.
do. Not 1 match.
But you don't want to judge Christian Pulisic on the same 1 match. There we go.
Yeah. you're trying to make me hypocritical. But I'm trying to also let you know that Christian Pulisic
is new in the league.
Coming from, is getting into this team afresh, so to speak. He's a new player. Tammy Abraham has been, yes, he's not been given the opportunity to play for Chelsea. But from what I've seen him play in the Championship, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Even if you give him 20 games. See, sometimes they say, na early morning we pay the no goat, we go give you better money for markets. I don't know if I got that.
It's a terrible program.
I'm not good at that program.
Will 10 goals be good enough for you for Tammy?
10 goals.
10 goals, yeah.
Unfortunately, 10 goals will not be good enough for Chelsea.
For Chelsea?
Yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately.
All right, thank you so much for the comments coming through. Kinsley Obiako says, watching you guys live. Shukran. Kinsley Obiako again coming to mention my name. Shukran, another time. Hello, Obi Jazz, saying hi guys, listening and watching from Tel Aviv, Israel.
Jazz Mataz, the same Obi Jazz?
A completely different one.
Okay,
yeah, but I thought you were going to say that. That's why I hesitated for a second until I saw his obvious, they say. Predicts a 2-1 win for Liverpool. It's a possibility. Someone has quite a contest. Catherine Ndiri says, my husband is for Chelsea and I'm for Liverpool, so now you know how we watch television. I hope and pray Liverpool wins. Well,
chop your food this night too.
Depends on the kind of food you're talking about.
Ouch.
Emmanuel, really?
But it does depend on the kind of food you're talking about. It's
Goodness me, well, it's already after 9 p.m.
It's watershed. This is the time where you just get your mugs out, sit in the pub and enjoy the coverage. For those who don't have the opportunity to be at the stadium in Istanbul and are tuned in watching on their mobile devices, just get it on. And please give your husband whatever he wants.
Yeah, whatever food he wants to eat.
Whatever food he wants. Just like Eddie Murphy in Coming to America was saying, whatever thing you like. And they brought the lady. Say, if I told you to back like a dog, would you back like a dog? And she went to back like a dog. Hop on one leg.
How do you guys remember
I
that
know,
one?
it's a classic movie.
I've seen that movie.
I have, but I don't remember the lines.
I will remember.
I literally know a lot of lines.
Oh, I
of
do.
that movie.
I do. I can see that over and over. It's just like Friday. These are movies I could watch over and over again and just enjoy.
As far as
Ice Cube.
I'm concerned, Coming to America remains the best movie.
It's a classic. It is.
Does not even qualify as my top 5.
I say as far as
Are you for
It
Skolo?
does not qualify in my top 5.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
for Skolo,
It's
okay.
the best movie ever for
It
me.
is how they eventually went to the United States and. Good morning, my neighbor, and I can't
the
say
reply
what
I can only remember.
It says yes, good morning, that's you too. If I say that,
who doesn't remember that
shot
line?
down the station. It was a brilliant movie, and I think it was the first time.
Going to
correct me. Not even that actually. When Samuel L. Jackson came on board and when he came to rob them, and he made that famous line.
Anybody move, I blow your head off.
Your dash brains off, and they dispossessed him, just like Liverpool did to Chelsea, and called him a rhinoceros pistol or something. Well, it's to be broadcast, okay? Because I don't know the definition of that word, and I hope it exists. 72 minutes tipsy. This might be happening. Extra time beckoning.
1-1
well,
would
actually,
pay me.
well, you're just a greedy man. That's the
Would
thing.
pay me.
And not pay all of
And not
us,
pay
right?
the 12 of us, by the way. Here they come. Liverpool. Has found Alexander while Trent, getting his name out, mixed up. Robertson, but the pass is forward. N'Golo Kante rolls it infield to find Giroud, the goal scorer. It's come a bit deeper. And here is Kovacic. Rolls it infield to find Jorginho. All the way back to Cesar Azpilicueta. And his effort is deflected. He gets a bit frustrated. Roberto Firmino coming through to just restrict whatever offensive will come.
And Firmino looks heavy, but he does not play heavy. I don't know if it's my eyes.
Yeah, he's got the pace. It might be the camera, you never know.
I just thought about that. Like, I saw his body shape and...
Oh, Tipsy, you've called for it. Chelsea will make that change. It is Mason Mount. And Jose can break his television set now.
if he wants to.
If he wants to. So apparently that's a player Chelsea's manager, Frank Lampard, appreciates.
He actually played for him at Derby County last season.
I hope he's not forcing him
so
on
he
us.
knows a lot about the youngster.
You know.
But I was quite impressed with the youngster in that game, at Old Trafford. I think he's got the talent. Yeah, necessity has sort of ensured that Chelsea, want to go with a couple of their youth players, because we've had this conversation for years, about how Chelsea, their youth team, will win the Youth FA Cup time and time with that number, but you never get to see any of these youngsters, break into the first team. Apparently, as it is right now, their inability to sign players because of the transfer ban will now give them that opportunity to possibly give a few of these youngsters, Tammy Abraham included. But my worry with Tammy Abraham is that he should be doing this, coming off the bench, 20 minutes, playing in the EFL Cup or Carabao Cup, but not being the one who leads the line for Chelsea as their first choice striker. If that's the case, then maybe Chelsea will really be battling qualifying for the Champions League this season.
Chelsea's goal scorer Olivier Giroud taken out for Tammy Abraham. That's the first change for Chelsea in 73 minutes. And Pulisic, surprising Tipsy, taking off for Mason Mount.
Well, Pulisic actually came on for Mason in the debut match that they played, that they lost to Manchester United, and now the inverse is actually happening. Same thing with Giroud and Tammy Abraham also. So it's like those that started the match are the ones now coming on, and they're going to be hoping for a better performance than they did against Manchester United, as Liverpool are about to play a corner kick.
The corner come, taken by Dick, and it's gone to Jorginho Wijnaldum. Salah strikes! The goalkeeper saves. Hits the inside of the net. Fabinho!
What a
cannot
save!
Get it! Well, he certainly did not cross the line, and Virgil van Dijk is still down on the turf. What a corner from the captain. Looked completely harmless until Salah got his foot behind it, and he hit the inside of the goalpost.
And that was Tammy doing some defending right there.
Oh, he just had to be at the right place at the right time. Tammy Abraham.
Twice.
He will have to still defend this corner. Swung in by the captain of the side. Still terrible, but threatening. Returns the favour. Heads down. Easy catch for the goalkeeper. Not the best from Roberto Firmino in that instance. And this time, Kepa Arrizabalaga can heave a sigh of relief. It took a deflection and almost fell kindly to Virgil van Dijk, who stretched.
Double save there.
Great
from
goalkeeping from
goalkeeper.
Kepa Arrizabalaga. Oh, he's got a Spider-Man look when he hasn't transformed. When he's still Peter Parker.
Peter Parker or the new guy?
Well, when he's still Peter Parker, he hasn't transformed to Spider-Man.
No, the new Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
It's still the same name. Peter Parker
Peter
stays
Parker is
Spider-Man.
Oh,
the former.
goodness me.
We just put it digital. Are you kidding me?
No. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking about, oh goodness me. Really, shame on me.
You always got me confused, but it was good I held my ground because
Tobey Maguire was
the name. That's the real life name.
Yeah.
Okay, just put it that
Tobey
way.
Maguire, the other Spider-Man. So in my head,
he actually does look like, just before the transformation, he has that a falling shoulder. Here's Kozuma. Tipsy, your take on court, 75 minutes. I think it's been really good.
Yeah, I think it's been good. But my best two Chelsea players for this game so far has to be Pulisic and definitely N'Golo Kante. N'Golo Kante has bossed this midfield every time, all through. Regardless of whoever Liverpool have tried to bring on, he's still been very, very, very present and making his mark felt.
Indeed. Well, back home in Nigeria, the Lagos-based side MFM Football Club have unveiled a new coach. Show on Sports Drive, you get all of the details. on Thursday morning. Sadio Mane going down out there in Istanbul. And just so you know, for Liverpool fans, this should excite you. Of the 43 previous editions, the team that won the European Cup have triumphed on 23 occasions, most recently in 2017. But for Chelsea fans, the defending Super Cup kings are Atletico Madrid, and they did so beating Real Madrid, who won the European Cup. So the odds favour the two teams. 77 minutes, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. It's infield to Fabinho. He's got Jorginho Wijnaldum, decides to go all the way back. Finds support in Matip. Matip to, well, Firmino, cheeky pass, but they regain possession. Gomez has it in Chelsea's half. Straight into the centre rack to find Virgil van Dijk. And now that cloak of being the most expensive defender rests on the shoulders of a Manchester United devil.
A former Fox.
A former Fox. His name Harry Maguire. And that's maybe where Toby Maguire comes in. Yes, Fabinho. Finds Sadio Mane. Great turn, the Liverpool striker. He's got support in Mo Salah. He's trying to find Mane. Gets him into the box, and a back heel from Sadio is deflected. But still now the captain has it. Floats one into the box. The header will come from Robertson. Before he does, great interception from Cesar. Pedro keeps it in play. Rolls it back to N'Golo Kante. Chelsea with the possession. Kante still has it. Crossfield pass to the far left hand side. He's done well in this game. They've got to find a way to make something count for Chelsea. It's a terrible pass, certainly. Of all the players, Kovacic trying to find Mason Mount and just couldn't do it. Hans Akimbo, and he just knows that potential attacking moment for them. They've lost it. Here's Robertson all the way back to Virgil van Dijk in Liverpool's half. A reminder, Liverpool playing from right to left, Chelsea from left to right. Joe Matip has it. His pass is good. It's not the tallest of players, the destined party, and somehow Frappat has given a free kick in favour of Sadio Mane. Oh, she wasn't far off. And the first yellow card has gone to Chelsea's captain, Cesar Azpilicueta, who's going real hard with a conversation to, well, Stephanie Frappat. Sadio Mane is still down from the studio here in Lagos. I honestly thought there was really nothing into that contact. And she saw something.
I don't know if it's worth the yellow. I think it's a foul. I don't know what Azpilicueta is actually arguing about. There was actually a push before the
certainly
header.
She saw it.
So it's a foul, but
maybe the yellow card, not
maybe
wanted.
Yellow card, maybe as a result
that was certainly a push.
Of his complaints. I really don't know what Azpilicueta was complaining about. I even saw it from here.
He's probably complaining about the yellow. That it's not a yellow.
I think so.
It's just a foul.
Not the free kick, but the yellow card. That's what he was complaining about. And who would your money be on? Unfortunately, it's not Trent Alexander-Arnold on the pitch. But they do have Henderson, Salah. These are the little players I can mention. Well, we've got three players on it. I honestly don't buy Robertson taking this. It's going to be a five-man wall. There cannot be a Liverpool player in that wall. The rules have changed. Somehow they consider it to be unsportsmanlike to have an opposing player. But Liverpool can actually form their own wall in front of the Chelsea wall.
Which I don't understand how it makes sense, though.
Well,
they always do it. They don't have to, but they always do it. I don't understand how it makes sense.
It's going to be Salah who will take. Salah for Liverpool takes a deflection. It will be gifted a corner. Not bad, certainly, from the Egyptian, who jog his way to take the corner kick. On replay again. He didn't have the call so well. It was Tammy Abraham, well positioned, and that header was defensively accurate. It's Salah's corner. It won't be an in-swinger. He's left-footed. His hands up. Salah to take.
He's been poor in
this
corner
kick from Mo Salah
all through the game.
He has the control to make, doesn't do it, but he's gifted possession to N'Golo Kante. It's 3-on-4. There's no way Chelsea can do it, but they might just get a moment to break free. Mason Mount on the far left-hand side. He's got one player to beat, the captain Henderson. Still Mason Mount, doesn't do his starter steps, goes all the way back to Emerson Primeri. The momentum has died down, and Chelsea will try to build yet again from the back. Not many teams score doing just that. Kovacic with a crossfield pass to find Cesar. He's got support on the far right hand side. It's almost brilliant. Well, timely interception from Virgil van Dijk to cut his shots. Possession still with Chelsea. He rolls it offensive now. Pedro with the control. He's got Cesar on the right hand side. Finds N'Golo Kante right in the box. Cuts it back. Pedro strikes. And well saved by Virgil van Dijk. 9 minutes left on the clock. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. And he's making every penny Puts in his transfer deal. Well, he's won them the Champions League, but still playing like this is the ultimate. The reaction on Yogi Club details how much Liverpool want this trophy. Here they come. Oh, what a pass from N'Golo Kante. Tammy! Well, he does unselfishly release the ball. Pedro still has it for Chelsea. They've got their tails up in the final few minutes in this game. All the way to the far left-hand side. Kozuma finds Christensen. Here's Cesar Azpilicueta. He's going to go back to Christensen. He does just that. Who's got Zuma in view? Has a touch for Osaka and eventually finds Zuma. He's taking his time in Chelsea's half. Back to Christensen. They might go all the way back to their goalkeeper. He doesn't want to do that. Eventually does. It's straight to Kepa, who takes absolutely no prisoners. Returns the favour. Caught shot by Joel Matip. Onto the path of Zuma. He decides to balloon the ball. Well, Mason Mount's shoulder helps him out. Here's Tammy Abraham. Chelsea still with the possession. Kovacic. Float one. He's onside. Great control. Mason Mount strikes. Mason Mount scores. He's done it. What a substitution. Oh, the flag is out for offside. And they continue to stress my lungs. Mason Mount thought he had scored Chelsea's second. What a pass that was, but he did seem he was offside.
That was off. That was more glaring than the first one.
That was a powerful strike, right in the
Brilliant
box.
strike, actually.
The Chelsea fans are exhausted.
The take, his take was brilliant. Set himself up. I thought he would actually square the ball for Tammy Abraham, who was on mark, but you know he had the presence of mind to actually hit a brilliant left-footed shot. Unfortunately for him, he made that run about 30 microseconds. Yeah, not 30 microseconds. You know, a little too early, and that's just what chalked off that goal.
181 fixtures between Liverpool and Chelsea. The Reds have recorded 77 wins, Chelsea 63, and 41 of those games have ended in draws. Fikayo Tomori to be called upon, the Nigerian. Well, maybe someday he will be an Eagle. We've seen another football. Kovacic, how would you assess this change? Tomori for Kovacic?
Well, to be honest, don't know much about the Nigerian, so I can't really speak.
The Nigerian who doesn't know much about the Nigerian. Tell me something.
The Nigerian who probably does not even know much about Nigeria himself.
Get away, don't help him out.
The point is, I've not seen enough of him.
Oh, it was Christensen who they took off. Right?
You know, to actually say much. I don't get to watch Chelsea youth games. I don't even watch Arsenal youth games. Talk less of watching Chelsea.
That has to be a card. Yeah, that's a deserved card.
You know, but seriously speaking, it's just a European final. 6 minutes left in the game.
Isn't this funny? For the yellow cards have been shown to the captains, Henderson
good
and
for
Cesar Azpilicueta.
Well deserved this time around. Pulled back the Brazilian Emerson. You know, is it Brazilian or Italian?
Emerson?
Oh, goodness me.
Brazilian, Italian, bright Italian.
He's got Brazilian roots.
He's Italian actually.
Yeah, but he's got Brazilian roots, but he plays for the
You know, my color commentator helped me out with that. But Chelsea have a free kick to take.
It's that thought's actually I'm trying to process it very well.
Who's behind the ball? Mason Mount.
Not particularly certain of that one. Well, have to confirm. But Mason from 30 yards out.
Well, some confidence he's been given by the Chelsea manager Frank Lampard.
I said he played for the Chelsea manager at Derby County last season, so the man knows him.
Gotta find
in
the statistics out, Mason Mount.
The man knows him in and out, and so that's why.
I'm sure there has to be something special with the player.
He showed at least at Old Trafford that he's got something special. He also showed in the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes, you know, with that brilliant take and the goal that was chalked off. That you know he can actually give you. He's got lots of potentials. You know, all he just needs is fine tuning and lots of games. Maybe this ban could be a blessing in disguise for Chelsea.
Maybe.
Sadio Mane!
Whoa. It's not done it for Liverpool, at least not yet. There's 5 minutes left.
My juju is working.
In regular time.
My under 2.5.
My juju is working. Half draw.
Could have been chalked off. He was offside.
No.
The flag.
No flag went off.
No, the flag, but VAR would have chalked it off.
So it just would have happened. Yes, there is VAR. I mentioned the video assistant referee for the game is Clement Topin from France. And the fourth official, the famous Kuna Kakir. No stranger to such matches. Well, as things stand, if anything happens to Frappat, he will be the one who will come on. But she's done brilliantly, Tipsy. 87 minutes, and she's outrun some of the Liverpool players. She outperformed Oxlade-Chamberlain in the first half.
Absolutely.
Say that, she did.
Give Ox a break. He's just coming from a long term.
But he knows how to celebrate winning the Champions League medal. He's got a Champions League medal, Ox. And he also might add a Super Cup to it. And not many would understand, but Chelsea do require this victory to kickstart their campaign.
Absolutely, they do.
They do.
And if it goes into extra time, I believe they have one extra substitute to make. Yeah.
Well, Liverpool have made just 2, so they have 2 to make. A staying stand. Chelsea have made 3, so they grew up in 1. Here's Frank Lampard, the Chelsea manager. Well, he may have been pivotal as a player in Chelsea's most successful period in living memory. But yet the Super Cup, this particular trophy, has eluded him twice. 2012 they were beaten by Atleti, and Bayern 12 months later. That defeat in 2013 sees the current captain Cesar on the bench. Pedro Rodriguez having a Latino conversation with Michelle O'Neill.
Telling her to keep her eyes on
the ball.
On what's happening, yes. She looked distracted right there.
It's Pedro who's distracted. Cesar will take it. 88 minutes. We've seen stoppage time goals and finals. But we've been blessed with one tonight. They shatter the heart of the under 2.5 punters. Here they come. Pedro still floated to the far left hand side. It's Mason Mount. He's hoping to call. Finds Emerson. Swings it across into the box. Doesn't get beyond. Well, Joe Gomez back to Emerson. Mason Mount has it. 3 Liverpool players hovering around him. Goes all the way back to find supporting Jorginho. Here, it's got Zuma. We've got 2 players with the same shades at the back now. That pretty much looked like Fikayo Tomori, who's gone centrally to partner Zuma. So they pretty much have the All Blacks at the back. 89 minutes played. Mason Mount, great turn! Not the perfect cross. Just waiting right in the 6-yard box. It's Tammy Abraham. And met the kind head of Virgil van Dijk. The follow-up from Gomez is brilliant. Caught shot there by Emerson. Back to Mason, not Mason this time. Pretty much Pedro. And the strike eventually comes off from N'Golo Kante. Frustrated, got a bit dizzy with the passing. And it's gone out of touch for a corner to Chelsea. 89 minutes. It's the Chelsea fans out there in Istanbul who have the loudest cheer. They've seen success in European competition. Champions League winners they were. And also once Super Cup winners. Whoa. What a missed opportunity by Fikayo. Well, it pretty much was caught Zuma in that instance, right in the box. What a corner from Mason Mount, completely unmarked. Somehow got to be dispossessed. But I think the presence of Cesar Azpilicueta got him a bit rattled. That's a goal kick to Liverpool, and finally they can heave that side. 90 minutes on the mark, and Mane's on 3 minutes of stoppage time, and that which we all dreaded, extra time, looms. 30 more minutes. And those who thought they will get home by 11 have that period elongated. Well, 2 minutes of stoppage time displayed by Kuna Kakir. I'm sure she's getting a bit exhausted. Stephanie Frappat. And she's done a great job. Just going to use the word Ufoma finds quite really. That's what he would say if I said
really,
she's done. Yeah. No, if I actually said she's done a yeoman's job.
I probably we should use she's done a ridiculous job, because in the last 48 hours, ridiculous has had a new meaning.
They called Bonner's album ridiculous, and a Nigerian took it upon himself. To say ridiculous was terrible.
It was actually someone who needed to go for a comprehension lesson.
And it was a mature response from the first.
Joe Budden, actually.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah, Joe Budden.
Yeah. What more can be said?
The thing is, while to be honest,
but ridiculous almost comes off negative.
Yeah.
Yes, but not in American. But same way bad, we can say that was a bad goal.
You know, bad.
For the American, yes.
You have to look at context. You have to look at context.
And who's tweeted?
You know,
and also who's tweeting, because some people thought it was damage control.
Yeah.
Some people thought it was damage control that he,
just You've got to look at who's tweeting.
I think bringing it down home on social media, what I've actually noticed, over time is that a lot of Nigerians on social media do not read to comprehend. They just most times they just jump
for reactions
at comments without
not much to actually comprehend. It was a short tweet.
No,
he said this Bonner's album is ridiculous.
Exactly,
and he ended there.
Aha.
No, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at
generally.
Okay. Sometimes you put out things, people don't even get to read to understand.
Yeah.
They just interpret their own way, and they.
By the way, potential dangerous free kick.
Let's see how things pan. The 2 minutes given exhausted. It's taken. Doesn't go beyond the Golo Conte. The referee should bring it to a halt. And certainly, Robertson rolls it into the penalty area. He's headed down. Mo Salah might make it count. Salah strikes. And it goes right in front of goal.
Please blow.
And finally, the fat lady will belt out.
Actually, a slim lady.
In that regard, what many people, at least the guys in the studio, thought would not happen. The two teams have done well enough to take us into extra time. It's full time from the Besiktas Stadium in Istanbul. After 19 minutes, that is. Liverpool won. Chelsea won. The first coming cutscene, Giroud in the 36th minutes. That goal counted out by Sadio Mane's strike in the 48th minute. And the two teams pretty much have about less than 10 minutes to just oil their glands, get some.
Going straight to
extra time.
No, there's extra time.
Because I remember last season Super Cup.
I didn't watch
Who were in the studio was a final. It was Emmanuel Salem and Bucci who took you through that. One of the goals of 2018 scored by Saul Niguez. You could just YouTube that goal and enjoy yourself as we take a break, prepping ourselves for an extra 30 minutes of this all-English final going down in Istanbul. This is Nigeria Info. Says keep it up. Moye B. Olushola. Nice one, guys. Loving every second of the commentary. Watch you, Matthew. Thanks for your message. Tony Balogu says, I just love these guys. Yeah, Ufuma loves guys, so he's saying hi. Jolin Wednesday says, you guys will not kill me. Sure, it was when we were having that Eddie Murphy conversation. Also, Shadrach on Facebook says, I never believed Lampard will make those substitutions. Well, he did. He's made 3 changes. Giroud for Abraham, Pulisic for Mason, Christensen for Fikayo. And going forward, more messages coming through. Shukuma is screaming just one more goal. Well, that was before full time. I hope you get it in extra time. Oluwa Dario Lakule says, hello Femi The Gang, I'm loving your studio. You're doing excellently excellent. God bless you all. Shukran. More comments coming through. So many of them. Liverpool won't be champions. Fataya Diola says, game of luck. Tipsy, expectation for extra time.
Well, I expect a very fiery extra time with actually at least 1 goal in it. We've seen Liverpool make a change. Trent Alexander is on for Robertson. And Liverpool are coming on. What a strike, but Kepa up to it right there. That was the defender's strike on goal, Gomez. I wonder if Liverpool are going to be changing. That is, Trent Alexander would play on the other wing and not the
Trent
Robertson
is on the
wing.
right-hand side. Gomez has gone to the far left-hand side. Yeah, that's how
Okay.
they switched it. I think he's pretty much utility players, the Liverpool wing-backs. They
Yes.
love to call them, yeah.
And Fabinho can play almost anywhere
he
also. For Chelsea, I wonder who's on the bench that they can still bring on. We still have a Michy Batshuayi right there. They are yet to make another change. Who knows if they are going to make the last 2 changes that they are going to have in this particular match. But I expect a very fiery extra time in this game, and it started in that note already.
But indeed, it has 7 Super Cup finals. This is the... Well, each time you'd find domestic rivalry, being 2 all-Italian final, 5 involving Spanish teams, including 4 since 2014. Recently, last season's Super Cup, Atletico Madrid beating Real Madrid. That went down in Tallinn, Estonia. It's the venue for the 2018 final. This is going down at the Besiktas Stadium in Istanbul. 94 minutes, Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. The changes made, confirmation again. Firmino came on for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Jorginho Wijnaldum for Milner. And like Tipsy hinted, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the first change in extra time, coming in to replace Andrew Robertson. There's a crossfield pass from the captain Henderson to find Virgil van Dijk. He's got Gomez on the left-hand side, gives it across, gives the ball, I beg your pardon, to Joel Matip. It's heavy control from goal scorer Sadio Mane. He's lost possession. Infield pass now. Tammy Abraham. Straight at the halfway line. Rosie N'Golo Kante. Great control from the French player. Great dummy also. And somehow doesn't get his pass accurately to its intended party. And that's the man you've been looking for, Zuma. This time around, Tipsy, have you seen him? Fikayo?
Yes, I have.
He's just given a pass to Cesar.
And looking at the Chelsea bench, they have quite a number of influencers right there. We have a Kennedy, who was on loan to Newcastle. He's now back. Trust me, these are the kind of games. These are the kind of games that you can expect him to shine. He knows how to dazzle on the ball and all that. We have a William, we have a Ross Barkley, we still have a Michy Batshuayi, and of course a couple of players in the back, Rudiger, Zabacosta, and a couple of other them.
Top players for Chelsea.
You mentioned that bench and you talked of influencers, and the first name you mentioned was
It's Kennedy. Yes. If Kennedy does not play in this kind of game, then what kind of game is he going to play in?
Oh, it's got back Sadio Mane! It's Liverpool! And it's the Teranga Lion who's roaring so loud they can feel it even in Dakar. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. Sadio Mane, the 94th minute. Almost what would be that victory strike. His brace, and Liverpool are in front for the first time tonight. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 1. What a strike from Sadio Mane.
What a strike from Mane, and he's got a new celebration right now where he just goes and he, ushers in that's a goal. There was a slight hint of an offside right there when Bobby Firmino
he was
made that
onside.
run.
Firmino was onside.
But no flag up, and VAR
Just
have not
right
called
in
it
the
back.
box, hit it to the
one time
mid post. There's nowhere the goalkeeper, not in 10, whatever it is, you cannot save that.
From Sadio Mane, he actually picked that ball first. You also have to credit the man who set up the goal.
Roberto.
It was a great pass from him, because he knew that Sadio Mane was actually running in after making that first pass to him, and he had the presence of mind to just turn around with the back of his eye, so to speak, just to pick out where exactly Sadio Mane was. There were about 3-4 Chelsea players in that 18-yard box, and just maybe Sadio Mane, I think Mohamed Salah was very far off, but he had the presence of mind. That's talking about the Brazilian Firmino to actually pick out Sadio Mane, and what a brilliant finish from the Senegalese.
Indeed. Well, not many players go on to score hat-trick in European final. Radamel Falcao did it in 2012. It was against Chelsea. Terry McDermott for Liverpool did it in 1977 for Liverpool against Hamburg. Will Sadio Mane achieve it in 2019? It's a big question. I think now the assumed confidence in the Chelsea team would have to come up.
I don't know what Fikayo was brought in to do in this match, but so far I've not seen anything forthcoming
Honestly, I
from
thought
him.
it was strange to take off Christensen. That's one of the weird changes made by the manager. I'll take nothing away from him. He would learn. Here's Pedro. Down to the right hand side, Cesar. Terrible pass from the captain. Caught shot. Fabinho has it. Rolls it up front. It's gone. It's going to be all about pace now. Firmino and Fikayo Tomori. Now Fikayo lets it go out of touch and quickly takes the throw. The goalkeeper's off his line. Even as Chelsea line up their fourth and final change. It will be Ross Barkley. And it just might be Pedro going off in this game.
That was their player of pre-season. He didn't really shine in the first game. Well, no Chelsea player actually shined in the first game.
Chelsea had a bit of complex pre-season. Started off against Bohemians, 1-1. And then they destroyed Patrick Tissot, 4-0, for going on to lose to Kawasaki Frontale. I'm sure you know that.
Whoa, that's a blast.
Tammy Abraham!
Oh,
and somehow the outstretched leg of Adrian keeps Liverpool alive in this game.
Come on, Tammy.
Well, if you thought Alisson was a... Okay, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Counter-attack?
No way I compare, but Liverpool tried to counter-attack. It's not often you find me, just hold my words. It will be quite fallacious to compare Alisson and Adrian, but that's a brilliant pass. Pedro's got the pace, trying to keep it in play. Great first start. Tammy Abraham comes, he's gone down.
Penalty?
It should be a penalty. It is a penalty. Intelligent run from Tammy Abraham. It might be reviewed certainly, but that was the right call to make. And she hesitated not. Stephanie Frappat pointing right at the sport.
The line's lady actually raised
she's
the
getting
flag.
confirmation from the VAR room, but that was brilliantly done by Tammy. It
Tammy
will
got
be
there
a
first.
penalty. And it has been given. Nothing Adrian could do. He stares at the big screen at the stadium. Called upon again to rescue Liverpool. What a lone spell he's having.
The only reason why that penalty will not be given is if they say Tammy
Well, he
Abraham.
joined on the free actually. It's been given.
It's been given, yeah.
It has been given.
Because his leg got to the ball first.
Before the goalkeeper made that switch.
Even though the ball was going out with the kind of touch that he
penalty.
made, and he was never going to get there. But
There's a difficult angle to review it, certainly, but penalty. And who will take it? Pedro, Cesar, and N'Golo Conte.
Has to be Pedro.
Oh, the man who got them the first goal, sadly he's off the pitch, Giroud. The referee, Frappat, having a conversation with the goalkeeper. Well, it is Jorginho. He's their penalty taker.
Are you serious?
He is their penalty taker. So it's a Brazilian up against Adrian. Jorginho to bring Liverpool back. His facial expressions.
Why he looking like Boulogne?
Well, it feels like he needs to kill the goalkeeper with a strike. Help him stay alive. Some of the Chelsea fans can barely watch. It's fingernail biting moments for the Blues. 99 minutes on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Jorginho up against Adrian. He might make it count for Chelsea. It might be a save. Brilliantly done. And he's brought Chelsea back in it. It's Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2.
Very composed penalty right there. And the interesting thing about these goalkeepers is anytime they score, nobody talks about them leaving the line. But right now, if they don't score, they will retake the penalty because Adrian definitely left the line right there, but it turned out to be a goal. 2-2. Extra time, game on.
So it is quite a fixture. Those who wished for goals had to wait until extra time to see 4 goals scored. And that was a brilliantly taken, well-taken penalty. Well done to the director. Had to go back to the man who could barely watch.
You know the funny thing about these penalties and the adjectives of brilliant, If Adrian had actually gone
Stayed
that
on the-
other way, he would have saved it.
And it would have been a
And we
useless penalty.
We would have been calling the penalty.
But the way he took the penalty looked
It was
like
hard.
he waited for Adrian to make a move before placing
He
it.
did.
The point is, every penalty is brilliant if it goes into the back of the net.
You're such a
Not
hater.
all, not
Well-
all actually.
Well, once he gets into the back of the net, it is brilliant.
Shame on you.
It's only not brilliant if it's saved or doesn't get into the back of the net.
Oh, what a control from Sadio. Mo Salah rolls it down for the captain, who floated in, and somehow Roberto Firmino, second to the ball, but it's still with Liverpool. Back to Firmino, hoping for Sadio Mane to go into space. He's got Jorginho Wijnaldum behind him. Finds Gomez, who sends in the favour, and this time it's Zuma. Jorginho now rolls it down. Great control from Mason Mount. Rolls it infield. Chelsea with a possession. Great turn. Call back play. N'Golo Kante hoping for support on the far right hand side. 101 minutes played. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. The flag stays down. Mason Mount's control is shambolic. Trent Alexander-Arnold gathers. It will be his free kick. Foul against Mason Mount. Clattered into Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Frank Lampard certainly doesn't feel that energy. Liverpool will make their fourth and final change. His hat-trick will not come, and he doesn't feel excited about it. Sadio Mane off, Divock Origi on.
Divock Origi, the man with the very important goals all through last season. Can he do it again this season? Well, time will tell in this game. But Sadio Mane has played pretty well. He didn't seem to start the game in the first half too brightly, but as the game came on, he grew into his elements, and I can't wait. Chelsea, do they still have changes to make?
They've made four
They
changes.
made 4 changes. Okay, wow.
Oh,
I thought it was 3.
They have three. They've got one more.
Okay, so they still
Yeah,
have
they,
one
they
more
took
to
off
make.
Giroud, Pulisic, and Christensen, so they do have a change to make. And maybe that man you mentioned, Tipsy, the one Ufoma
Kennedy,
chattered.
the man
yeah.
with the tattoos. He's Brazilian also, right? Kennedy is Brazilian.
He is.
He is, yeah.
No, there's one name players are mostly from South America. Name without a surname, it's just what it is. Cesar Spilicueta. His first engagement will be to try to dispossess the Chelsea captain. I was talking about Divock. 2 minutes before the end of first of extra time. Virgil van Dijk in Chelsea's half goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Adrian. Well, he's having a baptism of fire. I'm sure when he made that loan deal, free transfer actually was from West Ham United, he never thought he would be in goal for any fixture this season. And not only has he seen a Premier League game, he has made his European debut for Liverpool in the Super Cup. N'Golo Kante, great control. Here's Barkley. Barkley's
Great.
pass is good. Chelsea might get a third, rise in the box. Pedro rolls it down. Tammy Abraham, and he shimmers of goal. Such heartbreaking moment. Not even a contact from Mason Mount could help the ball stay in play. Tammy Abraham, but what a pass that was. First from Ross Barkley, then to Pedro, and Tammy thought he had scored. What a story would have been for the young English international.
Brilliant pass from Mason and a lovely square play from Pedro Rodriguez right there. But
Tammy should be doing better.
Yeah, he should be doing way better. He got a very, very tame touch on it. And he didn't need much actually to get past Adrian right there. But he put it way too wide. And they live to fight for a couple of more minutes.
For seconds, as the case were in the first half of extra time. It's played about 60 seconds. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. N'Golo Kante trying to dispossess the Liverpool player. Eventually he does. They're trying as much as they can, Liverpool, to make it count. Here's Divock Origi. Well, it's gotten back to him. Jorginho Wijnaldum lost possession. 2 minutes added on by the referee, Stephanie Frappat. What a year she's having. 2019, she's officiated at the FIFA Women's World Cup and now in charge of the UEFA Super Cup. It's Divock on the far left hand side. He's got 2 Liverpool players in the box. First to the ball is a man who got Chelsea back in it. Jorginho still start a step from Divock. Rolls it down. It's gone past everyone, but Emerson first to the ball before Mo Salah. 34 seconds played of the 2 minutes added in stoppage time.
Now that is how to defend. Regardless, he didn't even know who was behind him, but he just had to head it safe.
And that corner will come. Trent Alexander-Arnold, offhand, should take it. He's on the pitch now. Salah will take the back sit. Likewise, Jordan Henderson. As I mentioned, so it is Trent. Swings in the corner. It's not too good. Salah will chase. Keeps possession for Liverpool on the far left-hand side. All the way back to Gomez now. He sends one to the far right-hand side, hoping for Fabinho. But it's going to be safe hands of the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga. And he might just take eternity to decide what to do with the ball. Fabinho jogs away from the Chelsea penalty area. 1 minute, 30 seconds played. Technically, the 2 minutes added exhausted. And it's gone straight into Liverpool half. A bit of exhaustion, maybe. Beginning to be made manifest. It's been quite an exciting 105 minutes of football. It's not over yet. It just might be over before it begins for Liverpool. N'Golo Kante, dispossessed. The referee still hesitating, enjoying the flow of the game. Henderson, cheeky pass from Henderson, and it's given away possession in enemy territory. Here they come. Ross Barkley's got Tammy Abraham. Still Barkley. There's no way he's going to go past Joe Matip in that instance. The worst decision ever made has happened to Ross Barkley, and she's called it halt. They'll have less than 2 minutes. Just exchange positions. And after 105 minutes out there at the Besiktas Stadium in Istanbul, it is Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. Welcome back to our coverage of all things football on Nigeria Info. Well, it's gone into extra time, and somehow regular programming has been altered due to this Super Cup coverage. I'd just like to mention to all our fans who enjoy TG Bank's Comedy HQ, you want to join him on Friday by 10 p.m. He will be here to present all of the broadcasts in a comedic fashion. So again, Comedy HQ with TG Banks will resume on Friday. We'll head to the four lines, even as the players hold their glance. 15 more minutes. It's going to be penalties deciding who wins the 2019 UEFA Super Cup. A reminder, the numbers to call are 012770993, 012771993, 2772993, and 2773993. This particular fixture has had quite a strange pattern. The first half of regular time, Chelsea had it. Liverpool had the second half of regular time. The first half of extra time, Chelsea had it. Well, completes the sentence. When you call in, do well to turn down the volume of a radio set. Thanks to those who've joined us on Facebook and Twitter. Let's take as many comments as we can. Hi, good evening.
My name is Adewale. I'm calling from Sango.
All right, welcome, Adewale.
Please, I want to know the scoreline between Chelsea and Liverpool.
All right, definitely just joining in. You're humans like you. It's extra time, the second half of extra time, 2-2. That's how it is. Thank you so much. Hi, good evening.
Emmanuel Mado.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
I
do.
The Bado Nadia.
Yeah, say hi to Tipsy.
Tipsy, Tipsy, what come along?
I don't understand that one.
Says you're a fine man.
Tipsy, fine man.
Thank you.
My name is Original, Mr. Uchenna from Mobia local government or Jalaba International Market. Lagos, Nigeria.
All right, welcome. Thank you. We're getting set for the extra half.
Chelsea Liverpool, that's the interesting match.
Oh, it is quite interesting.
We not say everybody credit one corner. Say na Liverpool. Me self, say na Liverpool. Say Chelsea go 5-0, but you know if you go like that, like you know say na 4 goal now, 2-2.
Yeah, it is 2-2.
Giving it to Liverpool, but I know say Chelsea can still do anything. If you go to penalty, Chelsea is going to win them. But Liverpool try to do anything now. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Uchenna. Hi, good evening.
Hello?
Welcome to the broadcast.
Good evening, ma.
Yes, hi.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
One game.
Football without violence.
This is Darry calling from the country.
Welcome, Darry. Go ahead.
Well, it's a great cracker, and I must really commend you guys for being out there at this odd hour I pray that God will protect every one of you back home in Jesus' name.
Amen.
The job
good
what
night.
they do.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for calling and just calling to pray for us. Thank you. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Mano.
Welcome back.
Good evening to every other person in the studio.
Good evening.
CY, it's just good to hear your
Good
voice.
evening. Emmanuel, Lampard, no be championship with the club, but they try today. I don't go lie for you.
They're trying now, final.
That guy, Abraham, that guy is determined. I think that guy is going to do great things in Premiership.
I think so too.
Don't mind the former girl that is predicting them for him.
When he came in, it's really. But I was thinking Liverpool will just wrap up this. But I want to give most of the kudos to Kante.
Yeah.
He has done a great job today. But Lampard,
yeah,
he need to learn. This will not be championship. Now, Premiership is gone. They are playing Super Cup now. There's the way you approach. If you are not even signing, leverage on those experienced players, just like the way he has done today. Championship is different from Premiership.
Indeed.
So I think with time, he will be learning. You know, for school, we start from kindergarten to get to university. You can't just start from childhood and just grow all of a sudden. You need to learn the trade.
Sure.
It's in his learning process. Like, we all should give him support.
Indeed.
You understand? So that he can keep learning. Maybe at the end of the season, he can keep Chelsea as 10 or 11 or 7. But tonight, I think Liverpool is going to carry the day. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you so much, CY, for calling. Once referenced as our caller of the century. Well, we're back at the final 15 minutes. I was squeezing 2 more calls and we return to commentary duties. Hello. Well, we lost the connection, Pele. Hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome.
Yeah, I am the Mr. Francis who called when Liverpool equalized.
Great stuff. Go ahead, Mr. Francis.
Yeah, we cannot lose this game this night, Liverpool. We cannot lose it. This game, we are going to win it. Yeah, I am a strong Liverpool fan. Only wait, you know what? Why they are the best?
Why?
I cannot watch this game with my eye. When I want to watch out there for that one, I enjoy. Whenever thank God for Nigeria info.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being a part of the broadcast. This will be the final one.
Hello, good evening.
Whoa. From CY to Friday. Hi, good evening.
Emmanuel, where did the CY come out from?
From the dungeon.
Look at him, CY condemning Lampard. This is the same Chelsea that destroyed Arsenal in the Europa Cup. Arsenal supposed to be playing Liverpool.
This is not the same Chelsea. That was Sarri's Chelsea.
It doesn't matter.
Different.
Don't mind
Hello, Emmanuel.
Don't mind Tipsy. Go ahead.
This is European night. Why did you allow somebody to put on Arsenal jersey? No, it's not fair. It's disrespect to Europa final.
I agree. Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate you big time. And Tipsy, just take that into account next time.
Yeah,
represents the identity
how
of the
about
tournament.
the Nigerian right here?
Well, because
and
it's
Nigeria
Nigeria info. I am not supposed to brand anything because as the
Okay.
commentator,
Yeah.
but please don't bring a Europa League
No bets.
losing team to our coverage.
Losing?
Last time we checked, we also Europa
It's
League.
thanks to Arsenal that Chelsea are here. Don't get it twisted.
You are going to be playing the Basels of this world.
Kyrgyzstan teams.
Krasnodar in the Champions League.
Just saying.
You're going to be playing.
What kind of competition is the Europa League?
AIK. AIK of
Those
Sweden.
are familiar names.
Ferencváros.
Yeah, or like one of the teams Chelsea played in pre-season. As I mentioned, maybe Kovacic Frontier, where they're not eligible to play.
Flora Tallinn of Estonia.
Incredible stuff. So it is 109 minutes played. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2, 10:19 Lagos time. Whenever you are tuned into the broadcast, we appreciate your time. The numbers on Facebook have tripled since the coverage began. So those who are stuck in traffic have gone home and still part of our broadcast on Facebook, Twitter, and I'm sure it's embedded the YouTube page. So you could just join in. As Tipsy mentioned, Ufoma has got the Andrew Randa outfit. Tipsy has the Arsenal jersey. And I've got just the all white.
The referee jersey.
The referee now. And she's done great for herself. And it's just amazing who the MVP would be. I think it's difficult to select Tipsy.
The referee.
Well, she's got to take it.
Yeah.
She has to. And it's not sentiment. It's because she's been amazing. And this fixture, Stephanie Frappart. No one knows. Maybe in Qatar 2022, she will be the one in charge of the final.
That would be brilliant.
Be Nigeria against South Africa. Then
In
an
a country-
all-African final.
In a country that almost, at a point, did not even allow female fans to come to the football field.
Oh, she will officiate, certainly, and she will certainly wouldn't wear hijab to officiate. It's not allowed. The rules of the game prevent it. Or for referees, certainly. I think considered for certain players. 111 minutes played. Liverpool 2, Chelsea 2. Changes exhausted. Oh, Chelsea still have one to make. Liverpool have roped in 4 players. Here's Pedro. If it goes into penalty, certainly.
You might actually think they are keeping Willie Caballero
for
as
penalty.
the final.
Great
Remember
risk.
that happened last season.
Well,
Sorry.
if Kepa will decide to leave the pitch, I don't think.
Hopefully Kepa will leave the pitch
I don't
this
think
time around.
Lampard wants that still squabble early on.
Yeah.
Kepa is player coach. Except Lampard doesn't have the memo yet. So I honestly think, I don't think he would take him off. He would respect him as the number one.
Nah, they have a penalty goalkeeper, so surely they should go for Willie.
Here they come. Liverpool playing from right to left. Chelsea from left to right. Rose Barkley. Well, he's stamped on Mo Salah. Really doesn't care. All the way back to find Jorginho. Brought Chelsea back in this. It's a heavy pass. Can Cesar keep it in play? Well, the Chelsea captain, I beg your pardon, does well enough to. Finds Pedro still. All the way back to N'Golo Kante. Pedro finds Kot Zuma or Fikayo Tomori. It looked pretty much alike from this position. And just as I mentioned to Martin during his lunchtime kickoff, oh, what a pass that was. Tell you about that conversation. It's Tammy Abraham in the Chelsea box. He's got support Jorginho. What a save from the goalkeeper, Adrian. Well, that could have been something special actually from Mason Mount. He got the Jorginho technique to it and the Lampard power. And again, the safe hands of Adrian has ensured Chelsea will not go ahead in this game for the second time. Still they have possession. Fabinho coming to support. Brilliantly done. Pedro Rodriguez. And it's gone completely behind goal for a goal kick to Chelsea. This will be the longest 7 minutes in Liverpool's history. Based on the sort of pressure Chelsea are mounting. Mason mounts the first to mount that pressure. And then came Pedro Rodriguez. What the strike that was, and great skill to go past 2 Liverpool players. It was just one blue in about 6 Liverpool presence, and the entire Chelsea bench hands on head. Nigerians will say Mogbe.
Modaro.
It's the case where Jurgen Klopp always smiling. The illustrious Liverpool manager. Could I say so? He's won in the Champions League. And all adjectives to describe success, I would rain on Jurgen Klopp. He's played back-to-back Champions League finals. Help a young Borussia Dortmund side, quite exciting young talent. Oversaw. Yeah, back-to-back, it's an achievement. It is quite an achievement. It is an achievement. And Liverpool fans who continue to mention.
Finals, of course, that's an achievement.
I don't know. He's just hating on the Liverpool
I'm not
team.
hating. I not say back-to-back. I said getting to the Champions League final.
Back-to-back?
He won the Champions League.
He wanted to call us uncle.
He won the Champions League.
But he got to the finals back-to-back?
Back-to-back. Well, that's not a doubt. I'm saying he got to the Champions League final is not an achievement. He got to the Champions League final and won. That's the achievement.
Yeah, but getting to the Champions League final back-to-back is an achievement.
No, it's not in your books.
Emphasis on back-to-back. That's the point.
We're talking about a tournament where the best in Europe assemble.
With a Liverpool. And not a Real Madrid.
Or a Barcelona
Maybe
team.
I can concede with you guys and agree it's an achievement because he won. If he
No,
had
because he even
If
got
he
the
had lost the
back-to-back.
second final, you still disrespect him.
If he had lost, I'm sorry. Second is nothing. Sorry.
The second is something actually.
Back-to-back second.
Don't make people who finish
Back-to-back
second
second.
feel they're losers.
They're losers.
Back-to-back second.
Emmanuel, they are losers. Arsenal is a loser. Let's not try to mince words. You get to a final and you lose. You're a loser. It's as simple as that.
You know why it's not
Yeah,
simple?
runner-up.
I was going to say that. Thank Tipsy.
You are still
You're
a
a good
loser.
guy. You're a runner-up.
You are a loser.
I don't call you.
Uncle, you are a loser.
Tipsy just took those words off my mouth.
Before the Champions League final last season, the questions on Jurgen Klopp's career was that he's gotten to 6 finals and lost all of them.
He was a loser.
Yeah, but not back-to-back.
Not
The emphasis on
There
back-to-back.
was paces in between the finals.
Guys, I understand what you're trying to say, and it's not easy to make it to 2 Champions
European
League
finals.
I'm not trying to dispute that. All I'm saying is,
if he hadn't won it, it would mean nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. It only means something when you win it. Atletico Madrid went to back-to-back
going to make
finals.
reference to that.
Wait, Atletico Madrid went to back-to-back finals. Hello, they did not win it. Yeah, good for Diego Simeone, because when you want to
Was it back-to-back?
Yeah, they did back-to-back finals.
They played Juve, was it? And Madrid.
They lost.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it was twice in 3
gap,
years.
yes,
You know, but they lost both. At the end of the day,
Juve also lost 2 finals.
they're losers.
But emphasis on back-to-back.
It's as simple as that. You don't win, you're a loser.
No.
Let's not
Thank you
try
so
to
much,
mince words here.
you know-
The reason I questioned your illustrious, you use the word,
I did.
illustrious
Yes.
Liverpool career.
Yeah.
And he's managed Liverpool for 4 years.
And he's won the Champions League.
He's won the Champions
He's finished
League.
second with 97 points, which naturally will win the
That
title.
one is not an
It's
achievement.
24. No,
That one is not an achievement.
it is. Oh,
That
no.
one is not an achievement.
You know what?
it's no longer
Can
an
I say this?
achievement.
Can I
But
say
if
this?
you win-
Sorry, just
okay.
to say this, why you say it's not an achievement, and I'll use the same words Jose used, which was an achievement. When he finished second behind Manchester City, he said that was his greatest achievement.
Jose should
Yeah,
shut up.
that was Jose, yeah.
Don't say he should shut
And
up.
I'm saying
Reformer.
he
You
should
can't
shut
say
up.
he should shut
Wait,
up.
wait,
I
wait,
don't- you
wait.
disrespect to say. Say
There's a context.
I will disrespect him
There's
here.
a context to it.
Emmanuel, Jose was using that to just drive
He
a
wasn't
narrative.
using that to drive a narrative.
Jose was
The
using
sort of
it based
squad
on
he
the
had-
squad. Yeah, based on
the
the
sort of
squad he
squad he
had.
had,
Based
Ufola.
on how difficult
And
it
finished
was.
second
Stories
behind
that
City.
touch.
Come
Stories
on.
that touch.
How do you disrespect managers like this?
No, it's not about disrespect.
You've seen Wenger for so long, I don't know, man.
I take back saying
crazy.
he should shut up. I'm on national.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that to a manager who knows his
All right,
audience.
but Emmanuel,
He entered Pausi and Naira.
Emmanuel, you and I know that was a narrative Jose was trying to create. The same Jose is credited as saying second is nothing. Then if you don't win, whoever comes
But in that
second,
instance, it was his greatest achievement
Emmanuel,
as a
that's
manager.
a lie from the pit of hell.
How can you say someone's statement is a lie?
Emmanuel was just trying.
That's his truth.
That is his truth. Listen, guys. Jose was just trying to use that to create a narrative to say, oh, if you people give. Even in the small you gave to me, I did well. How can you finish 19 points behind the champions and you're telling me it's your greatest achievement? Really? You won the UEFA Cup with Porto. The next year you won the Champions League.
He did
with
the treble
Porto.
with Inter Milan.
You did the
also.
treble with Inter Milan, and you're telling me that finishing second, 19 points behind the champions,
City was
is your
his greatest
greatest achievement.
achievement.
Come on, guys. It's a narrative Jose was trying to create, and I feel sad that we're even agreeing with him here.
Oh no, well,
Seriously.
just don't say we.
I feel sad that we're trying to agree with him
How can we say, who are we to say he's lying?
The people who've played to the highest level
Yeah.
who agree with Jose on
That's
It's not just
that
us.
finishing second was his greatest achievement. Goodness me.
Because he said it with such.
Jesus Christ.
Well, let's head back to the game. 2 minutes, and it's gonna be penalties.
I can't even believe you people.
It's a hat trick of Liverpool commentaries for Emmanuel. Did the shield against
Somebody
City.
that won UEFA Cup and
Can I
Champions
talk about
League
my
with Porto.
commentary? My commentary
And you're
fixture?
telling me he's finishing second, 19 points behind
Ufoma,
City.
you
His
want
greatest-
him to say what you want to hear.
No,
the manager
no.
said that was his greatest achievement.
Emmanuel,
Same way Pep Guardiola said the most talented player
Phil
that's played for
Foden.
him is Phil Foden.
And we know that's BS. Come on, give me a break.
You know,
give me a break.
you're like the listener now. The listener want to hear what they want to hear and not what you want to say.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
See,
That's how you sound now.
Emmanuel, my job,
Just to analyze whether someone is lying or telling the truth.
So much truth becomes a lie to you.
Listen. My job is not to take people's comments at face value.
Well, you could take them verbatim. The manager says,
He said
this
that.
is my greatest achievement. Why are you
Hold on.
disagreeing?
I'm
This is
disagreeing.
the man who doesn't have
Emmanuel,
a breakdown of mental issue to
Emmanuel.
forget that he won the treble with Inter.
Yeah, are you the one that's going to remind him that?
I'll give you a great example. In Spain, there are two schools of thoughts. In Spain, there is the Real Madrid press, and there is the Barcelona
Marca
press.
AS.
Good. Yes. If you read a story about Barcelona from the Real Madrid press,
How it's contextualized.
how it's contextualized
of course.
is totally different
natural.
from how you read it from the Barcelona press. So are you trying to tell me now that because they said it, I will believe that, because AS said it?
That's another example
No, it's
entirely.
the
That's a
same
different
thing.
example.
For why?
Listen.
By the way, full time anyway.
Hold on.
The whistle has gone.
Sorry, just to mention, Ufoma.
It's full time.
Well, Jose's
They're going to
conversation will be
penalties.
forever. This is important.
David Moyes went to
shame
Spain
on you, by
and
the way,
said
for saying
the
Jose's a liar.
Spanish league is the best league in the world. He came back to England and was saying something different.
Yeah.
What are you people saying?
Congratulations
Managers will
to the
say
fans.
it's on you to take them at face value or not.
Majority
you
of
can't
those,
tell me
okay.
that somebody who won the UEFA Cup with Porto and the next year won the Champions League with Porto, won a treble with Inter Milan. You expect me to believe because he said it that
history.
finishing second is his greatest achievement.
It's history.
Come on,
Well,
that's BS. And I'll
alright.
say it till the high heavens. It's absolute BS.
It is not. It is Jose's words. You are not Jose Maria. Welcome, guys. We'll have a penalty deciding for the second time in 3 fixtures for Liverpool. It won't be decided, their fate, as Sadio Mane is gifted one of the ball wasters jersey.
Yeah.
That's something brilliant, actually.
Absolutely
and he wears
brilliant.
the one without, pretty much the identity of the finale. So
And the boy didn't even seem to ask him. He called him
Tipsy,
like, come
and as
on,
I
have it."
mentioned too, he's going to be the one and go. So there's no Caballero.
Kepa, yeah.
I don't think Lampard wants to start his career again with Kepa to Balaga. Sarri couldn't survive it. Sarri, who won them the Europa League, Lampard wouldn't. So who's your money on to go first, Ufama? Chelsea or Liverpool?
first?
Yes, to play first, that is.
Is that on that ref predictor?
Not yet. when the ref predictor league begins, maybe.
Okay.
So who's your money on? I think Chelsea would play first.
I don't know, to be honest.
I think Chelsea will play
Yeah,
first.
all right, first. So Chelsea wins there.
I think Liverpool will lose the penalty
I think
first.
Chelsea will win the penalty.
I don't know who will win, but Liverpool will lose the first
somehow I
penalty.
feel that way too. Liverpool
Chelsea will win
could have
this
taken this in regular time. So guys, it's penalty moments and the views on Facebook are crazy. Kepa will be the goalkeeper. Adrian will be the goalkeeper for Liverpool. Liverpool lost the shield to Manchester City on penalties, but they were convincing against Norwich in the Premier League. Chelsea, pretty yo-yo in their prep games towards this final, destroyed at Old Trafford by Manchester United. They've got just one man standing, waving the Chelsea flag. Blue is the colour, football the game. They all together winning their aim. And some of the lyrics from the Chelsea anthem, Liverpool fans, just a sentence define their history. They never walk alone. And today they will need all of those elements to come together and aid them yet another success out there in Istanbul. And we may have the first generation of elite female professional footballers and also an increasing pool of female managers. Just to mention that 8 of 12 managing in the Women's Super League are women. Well, some would say it's near impossible to see Megan Rapinoe, the MVP at the World Cup, lining up alongside Lionel Messi in front of tens of thousands of fans. But tonight, respected French referee Stephanie Frappart, I think she's going to be my Twitter avi for 1 week, it's done great alongside compatriot Manuela Nicolosi and Ireland's Michelle O'Neill. The assistant and not too good picture we're getting from the stadium. Fabinho has been helped off the pitch injured.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
just before this particular caption, he's actually injured. Fabinho.
Not so great news.
Well, for Liverpool fans, how influential is Fabinho in that team?
No, not so great news for Liverpool.
Yeah, he looks seriously injured.
Very influential.
They
He
were
can play
quite
numerous
lucky.
positions.
They were quite lucky with the injuries last season, but this season it's looking like their luck is running out. Even as we see pictures of Fabinho, but he looks okay walking off.
Yeah, okay, fine now. But he had 2 people holding him. Strange.
He's actually going down the dressing room, or
He
is
still
it?
feels
No, it's
pain.
still in the field.
I don't think he should take the penalty. Liverpool, former calling it Chelsea victory. Tipsy calling it the Chelsea victory. Right, Tipsy? Just to be sure.
I don't have a victory. I said Chelsea would play the first
All right,
penalty.
now I'm going to the most
Liverpool
important one.
I don't know.
You don't know. All right, but you think Liverpool will miss the penalty?
Yes, Liverpool will lose the first penalty.
They will lose the first.
The first penalty, yes. Not the first penalty they take.
They take
first,
first. They
yeah,
will-
the
the
first
first
person,
to lose
yeah,
will
will
be
be Liverpool. Yeah.
So there we go.
That's guy bold.
Well, Mo Salah, I wish I had my list for the guys who took penalties against City. Well, Salah took the last as Kepa giving out such a handshake. She's done brilliantly. Yes, I'm asking lyrical. Oh, this has been a perfect officiated fixture. A Super Cup, and she has done well. Her accomplishment certainly will give credence to opinions of those who believe the way women are perceived in the game will have to change. At a point when Sarri was going to be sacked, there were talks of Emma Hayes being considered for the Chelsea job, but now we know Frank Lampard. Maybe soon in the Premier League they'd have a woman take charge of a PL team.
In the year
Maybe
3000.
another 5 years, 10 years.
He's saying 5-10 is more realistic.
Yeah,
You're taking us back to
3000.
the Stone Age.
I'm more realistic, actually.
All format has been sarcastic now, I don't know.
No, I wasn't.
Someone
being
who doubts
I-
someone's truth.
I wasn't being sarcastic. Come on. Let's not get into that argument.
Okay, I apologize.
Someone who managed Lionel Messi will tell you Phil Foden is the.
Yes,
he
Firmino.
said that at Bayern.
Let's talk about present day
Come
now.
on, you should leave me alone.
Firmino to take the first penalty for Liverpool. Roberto Firmino up against Kepa Arrizabalaga. The rules stay same, stay on the line. Liverpool to go first. It's Firmino, Roberto. Came on and 5 minutes on the pitch, aided Sadio Mane's equaliser for the Reds. Things stand, he will be the first to take. Firmino takes it! Firmino scores!
Brilliant.
Bottom right corner. Liverpool draw first penalty blood. Just sending the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's shameful to see goalkeepers do this.
Brilliant, actually. Brilliant penalty.
It was really good. From Firmino to Jorginho. He brought Chelsea back in the game. Too much confidence, maybe. He would have expected him not to take it. He would have expected him still to take it. It is Jorginho, scored in regular time, extra period. He's gone completely standing on the byline, just right on the penalty act. Jorginho up against Adrian for the second time.
Same technique.
Same technique, same corner, same result. He scores. So it's Liverpool 1, Chelsea 1. Hopefully we don't get a marathon penalty shootout as seen in one of the pre-season fixtures. That's the game that involved Manchester United and AC Milan.
Is that Fabinho?
It is Fabinho, a man who had two officials try to help him off.
That's good news for Liverpool.
Well, he wants to take the penalty.
He's a good penalty taker, actually.
So they say. He wears the number 3 shirt. Doesn't go far off the ball. Gazes right at the goalkeeper. Fabinho! Oh! Delightful! The goalkeeper
Brilliant.
rooted to his position. And indeed, Tipsy, he is a good penalty taker. There's no way Kepa could move. If he had moved, he might have injured himself. That's a brilliant penalty for Fabinho.
But like I argued the other time, brilliant penalties when
Because they scored. Here's Rose Barkley. Once upon a time, Christian, the top player in the Premier League. This is his moment.
Ross Barkley?
The Englishman to take. Jorginho scored.
Why did you go Ross
scored.
Barkley?
I'm not too confident in him.
He takes back. 1, 2, 3,
Looks
4,
like
5,
an
6 steps.
over the bar kind of person.
Same position with Fabinho. Can he make it same? He scores!
Great.
Goalkeeper going the right way, Adrian.
Good penalty again.
But he was with so much power, and that was a brilliant penalty. Just to keep getting into the veins of Oscolo. Well done, Barkley. Tipsy's money still on Liverpool to make the first miss. So clinical penalty taken. Here's Divock. Origi will take. For Liverpool fans, hearts in mouth. Liverpool up against Chelsea. The 2019 Super Cup. What a final. Divock up against Kepa Arrizabalaga. Well, he brought Liverpool back into life. Kepa! Oh, goes underneath the goalkeeper into the net. He thought he had saved it. But the power behind it just made sure it would not be a miss. Still bottom right corner. Kepa gets right. Got a touch to it. Just went underneath. Divock scores Liverpool's third.
That was also a good penalty.
It went into the back of the net.
Well, this looks like Mason Mount.
It's as simple as that.
From such a
But there are
position.
bad penalties.
It is Mason Mount.
But if he gets into the back of the net,
The man who's got Frank Lampard's confidence.
Confident boy.
From Derby to Chelsea. Mason hits the roof.
Brilliant.
And it's inside. That was even more majestic than we saw early on. Well played, Mason Mount. And this might hit 10-10.
I'm loving this boy already.
Oh, he's got the confidence, certainly. I thought the goalkeeper did well, guessing right. Adrian. It's Liverpool 3, Chelsea 3. Around through again. Fabinho Origi scoring for Liverpool. Jorginho Backley and Mason Mount. Here is Trent Alexander-Arnold to take for Liverpool. He's a brilliant right back. He can take set pieces. This is one set piece not to miss.
He can't take free kicks. Hopefully he does not play like a free kick.
It is Trent up against Kepa. Kepa's bouncing on the line. Trent! Same movement!
Brilliant.
Same save, but it's gone in again. But I'm not going to exhaust myself calling this brilliant. Fortune for Liverpool, because the goalkeeper for the second time gets a fingertip. Kepa Arrizabalaga just couldn't keep it out. Liverpool scored their fourth, and it's Emerson Palmieri who will take Chelsea's fourth. And why do I feel that this might be doomed for Chelsea? Tammy Abraham looks up and feels the same way. Emerson up against Adrian. Giroud is on bended knees. Likewise Caballero. Emerson Palmieri, he's left-footed. He's a southpaw. He can make it count, and somehow he does. Central penalty. He's brought Chelsea back in it. My feelings demystified. Well played, Elmo. Central penalty. If the goalkeeper had stood, he would have saved it. The emotions are rising. This is Mo Salah, the Egyptian pharaoh, a bringer of immortal gladness to Liverpool fans. Scored the only goal in that Champions League final. He's worshipped everywhere he goes. Saved a bleeding boy. Gave him a selfie with over 2,000-3,000 retweets. Salah scores! Bottom left corner for him and right for the goalkeeper. Somehow I felt a bit tense for Salah, the African in me. But it is Mo Salah who's given Liverpool the edge. If the Chelsea player misses, Tips' prediction is doomed, and Liverpool were the Super Cup champions. I thought it was going to be Kepa who would take it.
I also thought so.
But this is
This
is Tammy. That's Tammy's movement.
Okay, that's
It
Tammy.
is Tammy Abraham. Mason Mount, the substitute, scored. Backley, the substitute, scored. This is yet another substitute. Tammy Abraham hit the woodwork at Old Trafford. He's got 4 to decide what to do with. This is the most concentrated it's been. Tammy Abraham, goalkeeper saves! Chelsea have lost the Super Cup! Adrian, the hero! They've done it, Liverpool! A confirmation of their European supremacy! And Istanbul, yet again, bringing glad tidings for the Reds. Champions in 1977, 2001, 2005, and 2019. Now level with Real Madrid and 4 Super Cups, fewer only than Barcelona and AC Milan. Once a European champion, always. The 44th UEFA Super Cup winners are Liverpool. A result from the Besiktas Stadium in Istanbul. It's Liverpool 4, Liverpool 5, Chelsea 4 after penalties. Worthy Super Cup winners, Tipsy, you've got to admit. What a penalty from Tammy. Unfortunately, of all heroes, Adrian is the new Liverpool hero.
Well, I feel very sorry for Tammy and trust Chelsea fans to come down hard on him.
I think it's trending on Twitter already.
Yeah, it's a penalty shootout. He went in the middle. Adrian was already moving, but Adrian didn't quickly move, so his feet were still in place when the ball came to hit him. So it was more like he had already dived, but his leg saved the ball. But great win for Liverpool, great win for Jurgen Klopp, celebrating as usual. Kind of reminds me of the celebration where he ran to meet Alisson against Everton last season. Liverpool,
and now the illustrious career
the,
continues to form
of the Super Cup right there.
We cannot hide this.
Is that 5-4? Yeah, 5-4
It is
penalties.
5-4.
And Tammy Abraham is being consoled by every Chelsea fan.
You don't want to be the man who misses the penalty that knocks your team off.
You don't want to.
You don't want to be, particularly if you're trying to get into the team of women. I don't know what to do with you. Let's head to the phone lines, guys. We've got less than 5 minutes. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Let's just take 5 goals. Congratulations, Liverpool. Hello, good evening. We gotta go.
One game.
Football without violence.